What is going down, people? Y'all know what fucking time it is, man. We're back here with S Dogs MMA Talk, and I am joined by some absolute legends today. I'm pumped, people. We had a banger card this past Saturday, and we're about to have an even banger fucking UFC recap. Let me go ahead and get to the boys. The fucking myth, the legend, the CEO of the fucking Fight Week show. He's back, baby. What's going down, Ola? How's it popping, my boy?
Yo, we good, man. We good. Salute for the invite, brother. The recap, the fight card was good. Love the fight card. Love the company I got tonight. Salute to Frankie Cross and S Dogs MMA Sterling, my bro. Big up for bringing us over for this recap here, and I'm looking forward to dive into it, brother.
Dog, I'm telling you, I'm pumped to have you boys on here. It's been a minute since we had the fucking old legends back on the chat. So let's go ahead and get right into the second one. Young Shaded crossover. What's going down, son? How you feeling,
brother,
man?
brother, I'm good, man. It's always good to come on, chop it up with the boys, get in here with the brothers from across the pond in UK, man. Love to see them chopping it up, and we had some great fights, so they definitely it's always a good time.
Brother, and us. I'm here with all my African brothers, so I might as well go ahead and throw it over to the only other one, Young Frankie. What's popping, son? How you feeling over there? Just getting back from Asia, exploring the world. How we feeling, man?
I feel great, man. This weekend was exactly what everyone needed because we didn't just have like an amazing UFC card. We obviously had the boxing card that was amazing as well. Whole card was great, and then we had that monster Eddie Hall doing his thing as well. So all in all, it was just an unbelievable weekend, and I'm looking forward to getting into it as well. To be fair, it's good to be back.
I'm not gonna lie, good noodles. It took a wheel kick, but I got Frankie here, son, and I'm pumped for it, dog. I got the boys from across the pond on this bitch, man.
How about put Leroy back on the screen, man? Let's say fuck Leroy together, bro.
Fuck
Let's
Leroy.
fuck Leroy together, man.
Fucking
Fuck
Leroy.
Leroy. We got here on time, blood. Yeah, we here on time, blood. All right.
Hey,
Now
Ola,
you lost $10. Yeah, you owe me $10. Not Sterling. You owe me $10, motherfucker. Yeah.
put that on the StreamYard account, Leroy. What the fuck? Come on, man. You know what it is, son. You know what it is. Let's go, dog. You know what it is. Ola, you said you had something that you want to say. Do you want to bring it up before I get these fights pulled up?
Oh yeah, you know what? I was looking at your name there, the logo there, them dogs you got in the corner there. Why you called S Dogs MMA? I was just wondering where your dogs at, bro. Like, I ain't never seen your dogs, man. Like, where them dogs? Where are your mutts?
I don't know if I'm back now. Well, if you I'm lagging right now. I don't know what's going on. Here's the thing. If you'd have tuned in, son, to the stream Saturday with the boys, I literally had a dog on there with me. I don't know where the boys were this weekend. I was finally off. I feel like y'all were all partaking in some different adventures, so I don't blame y'all. But I was waiting for the boys, man.
Notice he said a dog and not his dog.
Oh my God! Come on, bro. Let's do this.
Come on, man. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, bro. Son, I'm pumped to do this. I'm pumped to do this. And you know what, boys? I'll never talk bad about women's MMA again. You'll never hear a bad word come from S Dogs about women's MMA. It might be up there with Power Slap, Ola. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, we got Frankie on.
We got Frankie on. Now you're going back to your old ways, talking bad about it, saying he's up there with Power Slap.
Nah.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You know he's better. You know he's better, bro. Come on.
I had to try to slide that in there, son. What else I'm about to slide in here is this fucking first fight of the night, boys.
Yeah, man.
First fight of the night. I don't know why we're on here. First fight of the night, boys. I'm gonna go ahead and give it over to Young Crossover. Chelsea Chandler and Jocelyn Edwards, dog. Give me your thoughts on this fight, bro.
Man, Jocelyn Edwards made quick work of Chelsea Chandler, got her out of there very quickly, brutally. The left hook that dropped her was super nasty, and it's a good win for Jocelyn Edwards, man. You know, she's starting to get a little bit of momentum, and hopefully, you know, she can make a little
run. Frankie, did you have Jocelyn going into this fight, dog?
I was a bit confused with this one. I didn't realize that Chelsea Chandler was ranked.
I was wondering
that caught me off guard.
You're probably not the only one.
Yeah,
bro, I was
you know, obviously I'm aware of Jocelyn a lot more. She's obviously, you know, managed to string a few wins together, and Chelsea Chandler's obviously famous for like running away. So seeing a ranking next to her name was a bit strange. I don't know where that came from, but I'm somebody who rags on women's MMA a lot, and they had to get it done this year. Yeah, I'm not just gonna do it for the sake of it. Credit where credit's due. Ladies have been getting it done this year. So started off the card really nicely, really dominant win. I don't think any of us were expecting anything else. I was really impressed. It was a good win. Hopefully Chelsea Chandler won't not only be out of the rankings now, but she'll be doing something else in her life.
Hey, the new avenue is the OnlyFans, brother. That's the new avenue. But Ola,
why don't you go get on OnlyFans?
Nah,
brother.
I can't
Make
do
you a
that.
little page, dog.
Nah, I can't do all that, son. Because I don't want to get too much money. I don't want to take all the money away from all the other OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, 6'2"? Come on, Cross. They couldn't handle this. Ola, give me your thoughts, dog. And how about Jocelyn Edwards, son? Still doing the damn thing.
The only thing that's fucking 6'2" is your ego, bro.
Nah.
Justin Edwards here, my guy. Justin Edwards, man. I mean, bro. Yeah, Cross said it, man. Like, he made quick work of it. I mean, the finish, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more competitive on Chandler's side, even though I had Edwards in for the win, but Edwards, the way she's been looking recently in her fights, she's got a real momentum going her way right now, man. And I'm looking forward to some of the matchups that, a bit more, somebody that'll ask a bit more questions of Jocelyn Edwards. But I think she's on the right path since she started going on this tier. She looks unstoppable at the moment, and it's gonna take some doing to get her off this train right now, man. But yeah, she looked good. So let's see what she does next.
That's the big thing. What does she do next? And it's hard in that. Was it at 145 or is it at 135?
135.
So there's only
145 is done for the win.
It's done. Okay, I tell you. I figured when I was bringing that up,
they ain't gonna go up there and start fighting Megan Anderson now. You know what I mean? That's a big beat.
Hey, if they didn't open it up for Kayla Harrison, bro, there's nobody else that's gonna save that thing, man.
There you go. Yeah, for real.
She'd have been the perfect one to have kind of like run that up. But boys, dude, it was a great way to start the card, and then we had another momentum fight right after that with a devastating fucking knee here, son, from Timmy Kuamba versus Roberto Romero. Frankie,
you're getting the names really. You're doing really well with the names so far.
Bro, everybody knows Sterling by him messing up the names. That's what he's known for. Yeah.
People have come here to see you fuck up some names, and they're disappointed right now.
It's still early though, Frankie. It's still early.
Still early. Yeah. I was really. This is one of the ones that I think a lot of people rightfully were keeping off the parlays. It was a tricky one to pick. I know Kwamba has had a couple of losses, and I didn't outright pick him because of that. But it was always going to be a banana skin. And again, it's as you put it, it was a nice way of just keeping the momentum up, because you know how cards can go sometimes. You need a little, once one fight starts stinking up the show, it can really put a downer on everything else. It's weird how the momentum goes. And we got another good scrap. We got another nice finish. And hopefully Kwamba can go on and do a little bit better now, because he's definitely skilled enough to do a little something. But it was just, like I said, it was a nice little scrap to keep the momentum going. And I quite like him as a fighter. I think he's pretty well-rounded. So I was happy to see him pick up the win, because it would have definitely been out of the promotion if he'd fucked this one up. So fair play to him.
That last point's a great point, though. He really had to, dog. If he loses this fight, you know what I'm saying? Either guy who lost this fight was pretty much done. This was Dana's putting you on the second fight of the night for a Kansas City Fight Night card. Y'all are both kind of iffy, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. And then a fucking knee there was a couple nasty knockouts we're gonna get to, but Jack said, making the walk. Jax went to the fucking show, and he said in person, bro, that place lit the fuck up when Timmy hit that nasty ass knee. So there was a couple fights that did that, but Cross. Give me your thoughts, dog, on Timmy.
So going into the fight, man, I ended up picking Timmy Kwamba, and I'm gonna be honest, man. That first round, I was worried. Like, Romero was coming out forward on the pressure, just putting out more volume than Kwamba. But whenever Kwamba would land in the first round, we get really big reactions. I thought he landed the heavier shots, but Romero's volume just did it in the first round. And then when Kwamba landed that flying knee, bro, I literally just like jumped up and was like screaming, bro. It came out of nowhere. It was a crazy finish. I do think the stoppage was a little early, but I'm not upset with it at all.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that as well. It did feel a bit like he could have continued a bit longer, or given
I was
more
just
of a
about to
chance.
ask that. I was just gonna ask that to you boys too. Did y'all think anything about the stoppage, or y'all cool with that?
I thought it was a little early, but like when you see Romero go down, like his arm gets caught behind him, and he was trying to get up, and he like fell over himself, and the ref just jumped in. But literally, as soon as the ref jumped in, he was on his feet trying to get after Kwamba. So it's just one of those situations, man. It's just a tough spot to be in.
And bro,
It's not the worst stoppage.
Go ahead.
It wasn't the worst stoppage I've seen, but it was like, maybe you could have taken one or two more to make sure, but. Yeah, I wasn't up in arms about it, but
yeah,
you know,
bro. And if you're the ref in there, it probably sounds like a fucking bomb going off in homeboy's head. So you're probably thinking for sure he's out at least on his feet. So you kind of are stepping in there to stop that, and then you fucking Romero's just a gangster. Ola, give me your thoughts, dog.
Yeah, bro. Timmy Kwamba, Timmy Turner. This boy turned up for the burner, bro. He turned up for the burner and blew that boy away, man. Like, I couldn't believe the flying I saw. And I'm telling you right now, we talk about early stoppages, late stoppages. I was still fuming at Adrian Sanchez's, sort of late stoppage, because I thought he got robbed of a walk-off KO. And I thought the ref got in there too late, man, letting him drop them 2 hammer blows. And sometimes the ref is in a difficult position, man, and you just got to go with what the ref is feeling in there. Like you said, the ref's the one in there with them, and God knows, you know when the fighters say, I can hear his breathing, I can hear when the soul leaves the body. Like when you're in there with them, there are certain things that we're not privy to watching on screens or even watching in the crowd, but the ref can feel it, and he knows the only job that he's got to do is the fighter's safety. And I think, look, the ref did his job, but that was a brutal flying knee, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I love the win for Timmy Kwamba. Even though I didn't pick him, I picked Romero to win. But good job for Kwamba there. Good job.
Who won this week in the contest, by the way?
I actually had the most points this week.
Damn!
Calm down.
Bro,
how many points did you get?
I'm just answering.
He asked the question.
Exactly.
No, and that was genuine, Ola. That's not me throwing shade. I genuinely was like, by the way, real quick before I move on to this next fight, because brother, we won to stand for this next fight.
You was 1 point behind me. Now you're going further back.
No, I wasn't 1 point behind you last week. I've made up some ground this past week.
By how many points? By how many points?
It won't matter. It just matters because I'm going to pass you at the end of the year.
Hey, keep that pace, son.
All right, I go start looking over my shoulder now, bro. Like, he's getting a little bit hairy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that shadow behind you is me, brother. That's me,
bro. No. I said it was hairy, bro. You're bold, bro. Like I said it was hairy.
That boy Cross coming up like the Undertaker right now, son. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Oh, boys. We got now not too much of a great fight, great finish, and also some great camera angles here. But shout out this next fight, boys, between Jacqueline Armenian and
where do you get that?
Damn it.
Where do you get that from? Say that last name again.
Armenian?
Bro, it's AM. AM before you get to the O. It's AM.
Amorian?
Am?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
There you go.
Amorium?
Bro, you just let the A. You just let the A and M just go, and
dog,
you said,
it's because of Latina inside of me, Cross. I got that Spanish fucking flow in me, dog. I got that Latina burning inside of me, son. But
I think what you did to Sterling, you praised him too early, bro. And if I've done my job tonight.
I did it to lay it up. I was laying it up.
But what about this one though? Polyana Viviana. That's pretty good, huh?
We'll go with it.
Hey, let's hold it.
Viviana. What? I can't say Viviana. I say Viviana.
Viviana. That's brilliant.
So you know,
it's all good though. We
We're
know
gonna
what you
hear
mean.
the
It's all good.
correct pronunciation because I'm about to toss it over to the shaded one, Young Cross. Give me your thoughts on this one, dog. And if you could pronounce that name for me, hit it for me.
So Jacqueline Amarim, she came in here and just did what she needed to do. I mean, this was just complete domination, just control. Amarim got her down, just control position to position, got the sub, and Polyana Viana didn't even really look like she really belonged in it. This looked like just a sparring session, and Amarim just made it look very easy.
Frankie, give me your thoughts, dog.
I'm glad you brought up the cameraman first of all, because he did a magnificent job in this one.
Bonus.
He was moving around at just the right angles, perfect
Bonus.
time. Yeah, I mean, I very rarely talk about locks on cards, but this was as like open and shut as it's ever going to get. Like, again, it's a weird thing with women's MMA where we can't seem to find a woman who's like really hot but can also fight. We haven't really managed to work that out yet, and that was the issue with Viana. What?
Frankie, don't you do that?
I don't fuck around with barn animals, sir. That's not my. That's not. She's a bit horsey for me.
Okay, Angela Hill.
What?
Yo, wait. Do we not think
what?
Angela Hill is absolutely drop dead beautiful in here?
No.
Whoa, what the fuck?
You're on your own on this one, Sterling.
Are you serious?
No.
So next thing y'all gonna tell me Ronda Rousey wasn't hot.
Oh my god.
No.
Are y'all serious right now?
No, bro.
You're telling me right now Ronda Rousey put it up on you, Ola. You're drinking at the bar with the boys. She's throwing that
I'd
back.
have to get in trouble, man.
My bad.
Hold on, Sterling. Yeah. Let me tell you something right now.
My bad.
Just so you know, yeah. Just because I said it's bad, don't mean it won't get smashed.
That's a different question. That's a
different conversation, dog. Yeah, you're not trying to say, bro. Like, come
it's
on,
on me. It's on me.
Oh, I love you, brother. I love you.
Hey,
I love you.
I got JP with me, dog. Come on, man. Y'all gotta give me beat me halfway there, Ola. Beat me halfway.
JP's a degenerate, bro. You can't
I will say this though, Polyana Viana at weigh-ins, she definitely made a push in that pound for pound ranking list. I'm gonna be honest now. I saw that. I was like, ooh, I was sleeping on her game a little bit.
Hey, me and you both, brother. Me and you both. But my bad, Frank. I didn't mean to derail your train of thought there. But you said you were looking for the last woman of beauty and skills.
Yeah, I just don't. I think it's just a bad base for MMA, isn't it? You can't be hot and good at this game. It is what it is. I think when they finally find somebody who's got both, she's going to be like a mega star, but we just haven't found it yet. But I'm more surprised that Viana made it to the second round.
Same.
Because it felt like, she almost got her out of there in the first. She had her in the right position, some really good positions. But she managed to survive out to the end of the first. So fair play to her.
I was about to bring that up. My bad, Frank. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was about to bring that up with Dan Margliotta in that last 10 seconds. What do y'all think happened there? He did it twice.
I think he like zoned out, and when he heard the clapper, he was like, "Oh, thinking that was a siren." Because I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? And like, just like you said, he did it twice Saturday night.
Bro, I think it's on the sauce, bro. I really, I think that guy's on the sauce, man. He needs to get tested, man. He must have been hanging out with John Jones. He must have been hanging out with Victor Belfort. He must have been hanging out with some bad individuals, man. To do that twice in one night, bro.
He's usually a pretty good ref as well, to be fair to me.
Yeah,
he very rarely stands out for like doing stupid shit. So to do it twice in one night, there must have been something going on.
He's been on one too many night outs with Conor McGregor, bro. That's what I'm feeling here, man.
Or Keith Peterson. Or Keith Peterson, brother. Let's not forget.
That's how you feel about Keith Peterson?
Let's not forget.
What? Because Dominic Cruz said so? Is that what? Because Dominic Cruz said so?
I mean, I'm just repeating what the former champ said, brother. That's all. I'm just a messenger here in this, dog. But Ola, why I met you right now, dog? What did you think about the fight, brother?
Look, it was formality for me. I just think this is more how bad Viana was than how good Amorim was, type shit. And I think Viana, she's doing too much with Merab, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? She's out there doing too much. Like, get to training, do some actual work, man. Like, forget this OnlyFans thing. Leave those things to Sterling. Sterling go get his money on fucking OnlyFans. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, just concentrate on training, man. Get back in there. You know what I mean? Get back on the straight and narrow where you can really do this MMA thing, if that's what you really want to do. But if that's not what you want to do, you're always gonna face killers like Amarin right there, man. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of them that really take this shit seriously. So, but for the most part, I like what Amarin did. And yeah, let's see what happens next with her. But yeah, she needs to fix up. She definitely needs to fix up.
Yeah, facts, bro. Speaking of banger fights and killers, dog, we had an absolute dead body, son, with Malcolm Wellmaker and Cameron Simon. You know what, Ola? I know you just had to wrap it up, but let me go ahead and start off with you here, dog. What did you think about that absolute dead body from Malcolm Wellmaker there, son?
Number one, I kind of had a feeling this could happen. And if Cross, I know you probably picked it earlier on in the week when I made Keith go there, like, how dare you to pick Cameron as your dog of the week? And he did. And I thought, yes, I got you, motherfucker. But I did pick Cameron as well, you know what I mean? I did pick Cameron as well. But look, a lot of people been giving up, the hype for Wellmaker, and he proved it. He proved it for me. I thought, the power in this brother's hands to drop Cameron the way he did it. Like you said, he should be charged for homicide, bro. Like,
bro,
the way he fell, I've not really seen one the way Cameron fell to the side. Like, he literally took his soul.
Yes.
That one, bro.
Like he fell into bed, when you're really
Yeah,
tired.
he literally took his soul with that one, bro. Like, and I fuck with Cameron Simon. You know what I mean? Like, I've had him on my platform numerous times. He put me in touch with Dricos the place who we had numerous times on my show as well. So that one was a little sore, but when you look at what's been going on, because for me, in the back of my mind, I think this might have been the case, and I'll tell you why. Keith is so close with them in that camp and their gym, and there's a lot that's going on over there in South Africa with his promotion. Like, his promotion is about to go professional, right? Because he's got the versus promotion out there competing with EFC, and he's putting a ton of time into developing that. So I don't know how much time he's really putting into his fighting. Just as I said with Viana just now, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna call that on him as well. You want to fight, you got to put everything into it, because you got, especially in the bantamweight division, you got no time to be doing something else, to be doing anything else other than working to try and hone on your craft. Because these guys in the bantamweight division, they're killers, bro. And to me, it don't matter who he faces next. Everybody's a killer in that division, man. And bro, it's gonna be tough for him. But for Wellmaker, I gotta give him his flowers, man. He came in there, he did what he did. I saw Nick put in the chat earlier on, he just quit his job and he's looking to take this shit seriously. That's what I'm talking about. Taking this stuff seriously, bro, because this sport is savage, man. It's fucking savage. And for me, yeah, man, shout out to Wellmaker. I'd like to see him with Talbot next, because obviously they both now got a win over Cameron Simon, and they both got power in their hands. It will be a lovely striking match. I'd love to see that.
That's a good fight.
Good fight, yeah.
That's a real good fight, bro. Hola, fucking Sean Shelby. I fucking see you over there, son.
Yeah,
The CEO of the Fighting Show, dog. Come on, man. Frankie, give me your thoughts, bro. I mean, we got to witness a fucking free murder. So give me your thoughts on Wellmaker, man.
Yeah, I picked him in this one. I had a feeling it would go the way it went. I've been a big Cameron Simon supporter since he got into the promotion. But when I was doing a little research into this fight, on the eye test, Cameron Simon looks amazing. Like, he's very good everywhere. But what kind of worried me is, like, whenever his CV isn't great. Like, he hasn't fought anyone who's particularly that good. And when he has come up against anyone who's, looking potentially decent, he gets absolutely starched out. And it was that was kind of the story of this fight. He looked great up until the moment he got sparked out.
Mm-hmm.
He was managing the distance while he was touching him up. He looked excellent,
Yeah.
And then it's just once you lose that chin, we know how it can go. And at his age, it's a worrying thing. He
Do you think he gets caught?
way
Do
too.
you think he gets caught?
That's the thing. I think he
3 in a row?
gets way too excited with his own work, and then when he thinks he's doing really, really well, it's happened to him a few times now, where he loses focus for a second and then just gets chinned out. And this was the worst one of all, because like Talbot, when he lost to Talbot, we were all thinking, all right, Talbot's really good, fair play.
Yeah.
And Talbot beat the shit out of him.
Bad.
Like,
Beat
it was,
him up bad.
and now that has aged really
That was hard
badly.
to watch.
It was hard to watch. He fucked
Yeah.
him up. And now with this, where he's sort of, it's like Ola said, like bantamweight is really, really, it's probably the most stacked division. If you go all the way down to the even 50 and out of it, like every
Yes.
single guy in there is nasty or has the potential to move up. And I don't like this for him. It's 3 losses in a row now. He could very feasibly get cut and need to go back to the regionals for a little bit, or go back to, fighting locally or whatever it is. I don't know. That could be him out at this point, which would be a shame, but he might need that for a little bit of a kick up the arse, because 3 guys he's lost to are not great, and none of them have aged well. Hopefully Wellmaker will, but great win from Wellmaker, great finish. Tucked him into bed early.
In his defense, the only thing I'll say in his defense is he hasn't lost 3 fights at 135, because the other one was at 140 on the catchweight thing.
That's a
because
good point.
Steroid didn't make weight.
That might save him.
That's a good point.
That might save
So
him.
in
you're
his
right.
defense, that's the only thing that I would say in his defense. You know what I mean? But like, he's still got 3 losses on his record. Only one of them is now 135. That might save him.
Facts. And Frankie, I mean, those 3 dudes he fought though, like to JP's point right here. I mean, they might not age well, but at the time they are kind of motherfuckers. Like they're not giving him layups. They're giving him, and to kind of sum up basically what y'all said before I give it over to Cross, bro. Bantamweight, even in like karate combat, one championship, like in every division, bantamweights. There's so many fucking killers, even in the amateurs right now, bro. I don't know what it is, but the big class.
The problem is though, is like Wellmaker's not as well. Like hardcores know how good Wellmaker is, but to people who tune in and don't really get the Wellmaker loss doesn't look great for Simon.
Facts. And he's off the Dana White Contender Series. It's his debut. So if you don't know that, you're like, what the fuck? But if you look through, Wellmaker's
new kids just come in and snatched him out. Yeah.
But no, I get you on that though. And it is like to y'all's point too, he might get cut. Just putting all this together, like
he's on the verge. It puts him where his next one becomes definitely, if you don't get that one done, the pressure's going to be really on him.
Swing.
Yeah.
And
it's not in his favor that it's so stacked. So Dana's like, do we really need you, bud? We got Vince Morales. We got all these other guys who aren't even in the top 25 who will still come out and put it on. Cross.
I think being from South Africa might help him a little bit as well. But
that, to be honest, I was going to say that too, though. From him not being an American also could be in his favor, though. Because they need to build up over there. And Dana, they need to go out there, man. We already see PFLs going out there. But Young Cross, what you got, dog?
So going in this, man, I went with Malcolm Wellmaker. I really like what I saw from him in Dana White's Contender Series, and my Achilles heel for Cameron Simon was like, yeah, he has skills everywhere, all the strikes you need, all of that, but the guy gets caught in like all of his fights. Even in the fights he wins, he gets caught. So for me, I just figured at some point Wellmaker was going to catch him. But I do like what Lazy's saying, that like he might think about moving down to flyweight, and that might can do something for his career potentially.
Yes, it's a fresh start too, Cross.
Well, you know what? I was talking to Aggie, and I know you was as well, Cross. We know what Kraken was saying, bro. You should have unblocked that boy, man. You know what I mean? Like, you should have unblocked that boy, man. You get me? Aggie's gonna pull up on Dust Up Shakedown this Wednesday, and he's gonna tell us all about that conversation, man. You know what I mean? Like Aggie just said there, you might be getting kicked out of CIT. 3 losses in a row. They don't play over there. They don't play that shit.
No,
they don't.
Yeah.
Elite Sports, he's getting kicked out of CIT gym.
Yeah, man. Big up Kraken, man. That's Kraken right there.
Oh, that's Kraken? Oh, that's Kraken. My bad, dog. Kraken. He shouldn't have blocked you. He shouldn't have blocked you, brother.
Shouldn't have blocked him.
Come on. Crossover, let us know, man. I love that level of pettiness, brother. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But boys, is there anything y'all really want to see for Wellmaker before we move on to this next fight?
Bro, he quit his
it's
job.
hard.
I'm happy for him already. Whatever's next,
Mhm.
like, bro,
Get
whatever's
him back
don't
in
hate-
there quick
I don't
too.
hate
Like
the-
get
I don't
him,
hate the
like he
Payton one.
said, get him on the UFC Atlanta card in June. 100% make that because he's from Augusta. That's like 2 hours from Atlanta. Like all his family
Took
friends
no
get to see him in
damage.
person. Like
Yeah, took
getting
no
him on
damage.
that
You did get him
UFC
in there.
Atlanta card.
I saw.
And
I
that
think it
card
was
is a little
Anakin.
bit light as well.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I saw Anakin put down there too. Him versus Peyton Talibat. That's a good fight.
Mythical fighter, Peyton Talibat.
Yeah,
I hate you
Talibat, yeah.
guys. Man, I saw Frankie smiling and I was like, "Damn it, dude."
It's
Hey,
low
I'll
hanging
t-
fruit at this point.
No, stop it, bro. You know what? Let's move on to this next fight, boys. Because I think I mean, unless y'all got anything else for him, Adrian Yanez.
Yanez is probably
it's,
done
it's,
enough
it's a
to
bit,
be
it's
a
a
little
bit
bit
too
higher.
advanced.
Yeah,
I,
it is.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's,
yeah,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's a bit further. It's a bit further up. Giannis, yeah.
I'm
Giannis
just trying to
too
give my
much
boy
for-
a fight. I'm trying to give my boy a fight. You know what
He'll
I'm saying?
get one. He'll get
Uh,
one. They'll find something
know
good
what
for
I'm
him. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll
They
find
need to get
something
Yanez some more wins, man. Get his confidence back for real.
Yeah, don't put him in there
Brother.
with a murderer like this guy. That could go badly.
How
Nothing
about
to gain from it.
How about we give him another guy who also fought on this card and who also fought right after him? What do y'all think about him versus Damon Blackshear versus Altingali?
Alentong Haley.
Alatangeli.
Alatong
Yes,
Haley
That's
versus
the one.
Damon Blackshear. Cross. What you got, son?
For me coming to this, I went with Damon Blackshear. The guy's been steadily looking better and better in his UFC career. His last fight before this one, though, he came out very slow. So I figured he would come out ready to go from the jump. And he did, and he kind of slowed down a little bit in the fight. Alaton Haley got back in the fight a little bit when Blackshear would let him in the boxing range and just would stay in the pocket with him a bit too much. But outside of that, man, I think Blackshear, if he can keep improving to his stand-up to go along with that BJJ, he can be a problem in the future.
And I was seeing this fight was getting a lot of hate too, Cross, just because we saw all that. We had 4 straight finishes, and then after that Wellmaker assassination, we get a real technical fight right here, bro. And Damon Blackshear, bro, is tricky as fuck to fight. So him versus Wellmaker might not be a bad matchup to scrap in Atlanta. Ola, give me your thoughts, dude, on this fight.
Yeah, man. You know what? When I first saw this fight, both of them, as it's being announced, I'm thinking to myself, I was saying to my wife, I said, boy, this black man finna fight a fucking China man here, bro. This shit about to get crazy. And lo and behold, everything that I thought was gonna happen kind of happened, because I thought if Alatenge Lee can't get into the pocket, you don't know how I feel about ripping in the pocket. If you can't get in the pocket, you screwed, bro, fighting somebody like a Damon Blackshear. And that's exactly what happened. He couldn't get in there. Damon didn't allow him. He didn't let him. I mean, maybe he probably had one decent kind of moment in the second round, and you could see the corner of Blackshear telling him, bro, I don't need... Look, that might have been his round. Even though I didn't give it to him, I thought it was 2 up at the time. His corner was telling him, you might have just given that round away. You need to get back to what we was doing in the first round and just get the job done. And bro, soon as he stepped off and got back right in the middle of the octagon, he got right back to work. Exactly what he was doing in the first round, and he absolutely killed it. Stunning performance. To me, that was a clinic on how to use your range, how to pop your jabs, how to put the combos together. Like, if you want to learn about MMA and see what it's really about, that's a very, very good advert to what striking display looks like from Damon Blackshear. Really happy with his performance, and looking forward to who they put him next. I don't know. Like you said, maybe Damon Blackshear and Wellmaker. Who knows? But I like what he did in that fight, though. You're onto something there, Sterling. You're onto something.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, they fought at the same card too. Both guys didn't really take a lot of damage. So it wouldn't be too bad for them to turn around and get that fight right back in, and it'd be an exciting ass fight. 2 questions real quick before I throw it over to Frankie. Do y'all think the man from China should consider moving down to flyweight?
Bro, I think that's a great decision because he looks really small at bantamweight, really small.
He did, dude. He looked tiny, but Damon Blackshear could probably fight at 145. He's also fucking mad and just long too, bro.
The problem is this, though. Like, for somebody like him that's been too long in the tooth, like, what's the weight cut gonna do to him trying to get down to 125?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? we saw what happened to what's his name? TJ Dillashaw. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
he had to go and do some extra just to feel comfortable in that weight, because not everybody can make that weight down. You know, so yeah, that might be something difficult. It's the same thing when we're talking about Cameron Salmon here. That might just be too difficult for him getting back down to 125. But we'll see.
I got a matchup for Blackshear.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Raul Rosas Jr.
I was just gonna pop that up too, Cross. I was about to say I don't know about this matchup for Wellmaker, but I like this matchup for one of these boys with Raul. I think that's a good shout out, Cross.
Because C-Rod, he's up at featherweight now, so he's not fighting
again. I was just gonna say the reason why C-Rod killed Cameron, he did that thing at 140. You know what I mean? That boy was steady missing weight. C-Rod was steady. I think he missed weight 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah, constantly doing it. Yeah,
which is why he ended up at 145. So sometimes making that weight cut is, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, bro. Frankie, give me your thoughts, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to echo what the boys have already said. It was a really good performance in terms of how he managed the range. The only thing that let me down a little bit is I was hoping to see a little bit more mixing things up from him. He's got a really good ground game, Blackshear has, and that was something that I felt was missing a little bit from this. I feel like he could have maybe got Alateng to kind of bite a little bit more if he was threatening takedowns, and it might have given him a little bit more of an opening. Because it felt like you guys have been in the gym a lot. It felt like a highly skilled spar opposed to like an all-out, we're trying to get each other out of there. And it very much, became that by the end. I do agree with the Alateng. I mean, he's not getting starched out at bantamweight much. He's a pretty durable guy. And I think with flyweight, again, the weight cut could be a problem. And, the skill set down there is going to be an issue for him as well, because I don't think he's as well-rounded as some of the boys down there. But no, Damon looked good. It was a good technical fight. For all of us who watch week in and week out, I feel like the casual fan base are always looking for finishes, and they see it as a disappointment if you don't get one. But I thought it was a nice technical chess match between two very skilled fighters. I don't think it really killed the momentum of the card. No. Something else did that a little bit later on. Woo-hoo. But no, I enjoyed it. I think it was a good performance from Blackshear, and it was a win that he needed. I would just like to see him mix it up going forward, because I think he's really good on the ground. So if he does get it there, he has different ways of finishing the fight. But good performance, didn't take too much damage. Yeah, can't really complain. It was a necessary win for him, and he got it done.
He's just so long too, Frankie. When he's on the ground, he's always sinking up those Darce chokes and just nasty ass guillotines.
He's got those limbs, yeah.
Yeah, especially in his last fight as well. Especially if you look at his last fight, Damon Blackshear, like he didn't do that great in his last fight. It was like a lackluster performance, so he needed to put on a clinic in this fight here, and I think he did in every single aspect of that fight.
Yeah, he almost got finished in the first round of his last fight.
Facts.
He did, yeah. I don't hate the Rosas Jr. fight as well, because I don't think Rosas Jr. has looked particularly amazing either, and I think Damon could give him some problems.
And it's perfect right here.
It's like what one of the boys in there mentioned. It's like it would give Damon a little bit more spotlight, because he is very skilled, and obviously Rosas is riding a wave right now. I don't think they can push Rosas. The risk is with him. They're probably going to push him too far too early. A Damon Blackshear would probably be a good litmus test to see how good this guy really is. So I
would love to see those grappling exchanges between those two.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
And he's still young. He's like 21 or 22 now. So it's like, bro, look, I get everyone wants to beat what John Jones did and be the champ at 22 years old, but fucking A, bro. It's hard nowadays, dog. It's a different game.
Especially at bantamweight.
Especially at bantamweight, bro. Yeah. But boys, we had another absolute scrap that did not get enough respect here. It wasn't the greatest, I'll be honest with you, but I had Chris Gutierrez winning this fight. I thought it was going to be by a finish, man, or the way he lands those nasty-ass fucking leg kicks against John Castaneda. Ola, give me your thoughts on this, man, and kind of what do you see next for Chris Gutierrez? He's fought some legends. He's fighting these up-and-comers. He's in, like, this weird kind of gatekeeper role, it seems like. I mean, what do you think is next for Chris?
Look, first of all, Chris Gutierrez did kind of what I thought he was going to do. Look, he's one of these fighters. He'll stay in front of you. Relentless, doesn't go away. when he dropped Castaneda, I thought, oh, that's a good chance for you to actually go and get finished now. You know what I mean? Like really stick it on him. But he didn't. He got patient with it. Eventually, you know what I mean? He did what was necessary to get the win. And I'm not hating on Chris Gutierrez here, but sometimes when like the finish is there for you, like you've been in the cage a minute now, like you be able to tell when's the right time to go for it. And I thought, well, maybe I could be way off. I could be way off here. What do I fucking know? But it looked like Castaneda was there for the taking, you know, to get the finish. But look, it's the dub that really matters to him, and he got the W. Speaking of, you know, what's next for him, being a gatekeeper and all that. I don't know. C-Rod is a good fight. Yeah. You know, he's at 145 now.
He's still not ranked though, too. It's crazy. And like my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like Anakin said, bro, he's 10-3 in the UFC, and like he's fought some big names.
That's crazy.
Got Frankie Edgar out of there.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Brutal.
That was
Cub Swanson, Jig. I mean, he's fought some big, but now they got him fighting guys like that's why I think he's a little bit of a gatekeeper.
Yeah, this is the thing. That's what again, which is why I brought C-Rod in. You know what I mean? With the gatekeeper sort of position that he's holding right now. But look, he's still a very good active fighter for the division, and I think there's good fights, there's good matchups for him. We don't know what the matchmakers are going to do with him though. He's in a weird spot at the moment. Even though he's just got the win, he's in a weird spot. We'll see. I don't know what the other two guys think. What Cross and Frankie saying.
Cross, take it over, dog. And Frankie, if you could think of some matchups for him at 145, go ahead.
I mean, this matchup it went how I thought it was going to go, man. Gutierrez with all the feints, stays at range, some of the best leg kicks in the UFC. Like, it's very hard for like guys to get in on him and land something clean just because of all the different actions he gives you. And for me, I look at him as kind of like more of a point fighter. I don't think he goes in there looking to finish guys and get guys out of there. But I mean, he did what he had to do to get the win, and I think he definitely needs to jump up in competition. For sure. I mean, the guy's been in the UFC for a while. Like, we need to get him some solid fights because, I mean, he fought Song Yadong, Pedro Munoz, and lost to those guys, but he still needs to be fighting those guys because those fights went to decision.
That's another great point. He's not out here sparking dudes. Like, there's a couple instances. Who did he beat by leg kicks? He finished somebody by just straight up submission with leg kicks, bro. It was disgusting. Jonathan Martinez, I think. Or no.
No. You're thinking of Martinez did that to Yanez.
Yes.
Yeah,
he fucked my boy up.
Yeah.
Bro, he fucked my boy up, dude. I mean that's a good point though, Cross. I mean, Frankie, man, I'm trying to think of some other matches for him. Do you have anything off the top, or do you kind of your thoughts about that fight?
Somebody like a Cater or a Zalal maybe wouldn't be too bad. Because they're in and around that kind of
you know what? I was thinking that for Nama. But we'll get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll get to that later.
You know what?
Well, I mean, Nama's gonna be ranked tomorrow. Like, I think Cater's gonna be 15, and Onama's gonna be ranked higher than him tomorrow.
But it's mad. It's mad that like he's not ranked and Onama is. If you think about how many fights they've had, it goes to show how it's a big indication of how messed up the rankings in general are. The Gutierrez is still lumbering outside it, and he's had fights against big names. And Onama gets one win against, and he's straight in there. It's a bit. It kind of
For me,
I got a matchup for him.
Yeah,
give him Giga.
Oh,
give him Giga. Give him Giga.
Yeah,
and we'll have a kickboxing match.
Damn, that's actually a pretty good shout. We would have a straight up kickboxing fight. It might go to decision, but it's gonna be fun as fuck to watch, son.
Yep.
That's a good. I was gonna say I've been trying to get him a fight forever. I was gonna say Nate Landwehr. I've been trying to get Nate Landwehr a fight, bro, for like 2 months now.
I want Landwehr to fight somebody that's gonna brawl with him, bro.
Yeah.
What's the guy like? Is it Trevor Peak? Like, what is it? Nah, he's in lightweight, I think. Like, I just feel like those two styles.
Somebody like that
phenomenal.
would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put Nate Landwehr on there with someone that bangs, knowing that there's no stakes other than like they're gonna throw down and it's gonna be a heated thing to keep the momentum of the card going. Whereas if you put him in there with Gutierrez, who can sometimes be very cautious and leg tap a little bit and be a bit more methodical in there, you might not get that guaranteed banger that you usually get with a landwear fight. So the matchup is going to be important here for sure.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Damn, boy. So before we move on, I feel like we haven't. I mean, I think Giga's the fight. I was about to say we really haven't got him nothing. I think Giga's the fight, bro. I think it makes sense. And
I will say though, Gutierrez with it was a very, very close fight. It was literally that first round. If Gutierrez hadn't dropped him when he did, and had that opportunity when he did have the opportunity to finish him in the first when he had him down and didn't, that fight could have been very, very different. So he almost messed it up for himself because it was very clear. Like Gutierrez clearly won the second round, and Castaneda clearly won the third. And the thing is, Castaneda was on his way to winning that first round before he got dropped. So it's a bit like, you know, it wasn't as clear cut a win as it could be. And I mean, Castaneda's decent, but it puts Gutierrez in that same level of criticism that he's always getting, where he's very good, but like I said, he's not outside of the Edgar fight. He's not really starching people out. That's what's holding people out.
That's what I was saying earlier on. Like the chance was there. It was like there.
It was there. Yeah, it was gift trapped, and he just sort of froze and didn't do. He had a good 30 seconds where he caught him, and he didn't take it. And I think that's what's holding him back.
Yeah,
it's like he doesn't put his foot on the gas.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like he's almost surprised to be in a position where he can finish someone, and he's like, "Oh, what do I do here?"
Yeah,
you know?
Him versus Emmers would be fun for that reason too. Like what Lazy's saying.
Yeah, that would be.
Emmers is really good as well. He's one of the most underrated guys for me. I like Jamal Emmers a lot.
And Emmers tries to get guys out of there too. I like that.
Oh, bro.
And he's looking dangerous now. That could be a nice fight.
I wouldn't hate that one. Yeah,
for sure.
Boys, another fight that went to, we were getting, I mean, nothing but finishes, dead bodies, people were going to sleep, hospitalizations on the fucking way. And then we got a bit of some technical fights here. Another one that went that way was Evan Elder and Gage Young. Cross, give me your thoughts on this, dude. Gage Young making his debut off the Dana White Contender Series, and he lost, but still got a contract because he went out there and put on an absolute scrap.
Yeah, you know, he took the fight on short notice. Hometown guy coming out representing for the fans. I think he showed himself well, but Evan Elder just was throwing way too much at him, and he couldn't really get the rhythm of things and figure out what was coming at him because Evan Elder just was changing up the attack so much. And then on top of it, he was landing the heavier shots as well. And then on top of it, man, Evan Elder has looked good even in the fights he's lost. He's been in all of his fights. So I don't think it's anything Gage Young needs to hang his head about. Like, he fought a tough guy on short notice. He wasn't the better guy on the night. You know, get back in the gym, get better, and come back stronger.
Yeah, that's a good point, bro. Ola?
Listen, you just gotta respect your elders, man. You know what I mean? Like when you get in there with somebody like Evan Elder, he really showed him levels. That's what I saw in that fight.
Yeah,
he really showed him levels. Like there's levels to everything. You're a new young buck, and I know they trained together some time ago, you know, and whatnot. But for me, I just thought he just showed him levels. Like, look, that there are things that you can do, but there are things that I do way better, and that's just because I've just got that experience. You could see the experience. The experience was just it's clear to see, and that's nothing to take anything away from Gage Young. Look, it's a good experience for him. In front of sold out crowd, and having that moment with somebody that he's been in there with, even though like in gym scenarios, it's kind of would have been like a comfort blanket for him, you know what I'm trying to say. But on the whole, good performance from Evan Elder though. And Gage Young is going to be back. It looks like he's got some really, really good attributes. He just needs to be able to put it together on a night like that night. And he just ended up facing somebody that just way too much experience. That's all this came down to. And Elder showed it in abundance in that fight. So yeah, no shade on Gage Young though. I think he'll be back. He'll be back good.
Yeah, bro. Lightweight's like bantamweight. It's so stacked, dude. Like it's yeah, bro. There's guys like Evan Elder who aren't in the top 25 at all that are still absolute murderers to deal with, dude. I mean, so like you said, bro. Shout out Gage Young. We'll definitely see him back. It's just maybe give him a guy a little bit younger, Dana. Maybe give him a guy making a debut or one fight in the UFC. But Frankie, give me your thoughts, dude.
Yeah, I thought this was a lot of a better fight than I think a lot of us were expecting. It was a good scrap. It wasn't. I don't think it was any one on the card that anyone was particularly had it marked down as this one's going to be a fun one or anything. But I feel like it really delivered. It kept the momentum going. I'm with you guys. I feel like Gage Young really, his stock didn't drop at all. It was a risk worth taking. And it was against a very solid, tough opponent who was just outskilled him on the night. I'm with you guys. I think he'll get another chance. I think I'd be worried for him going forward because I think he went in there with kind of nothing to lose, and that showed in there. It kind of felt like a free swing.
Yeah.
And I'd be worried for him going forward, and that even when he gets that chance to kind of have a camp and go in, that it will feel like again he's on that you'll probably get one more chance situation, which is always a rough situation to be in. You do a favor for the UFC, and then you guarantee yourself one more, but then the pressure's on, and that if you don't get it done, you're gone forever. So it's a harsh, it's a Shark Tank, this game. But I feel like he did himself no shade. I think he was really good. Evan Elder's looking, he's got 3 fights and 3 wins in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's what you said about the division. Evan Elder's good, but you look at him and you think he's good, but he's in a division where he's probably never going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is rough and again, it's just horrible but it's the sport we have now where it's just as deep as it is. But I really enjoyed the fight. I thought it was a great scrap. And yeah, I think it, like I said, kept the momentum of the card going, which is exactly what we needed. And for a short notice fight, really delivered. I thought it was great.
Yeah, bro. It was just like everyone said to sum it up. It really was the test of like a guy who's had some experience in there and a completely newcomer. And bro, this card of this close to the main card too. So the arena is pretty damn near full already, son. And it's kind of Dana White also giving you a shout out right there, knowing like, bro, you're gonna give us something to look forward to before we get to the main card. Speaking about getting to the main card, boys, we had a fight that was gonna be potentially the fight of the night, but that got robbed when the main card started, son. But it was an absolute fucking scrap between Matt Schnell and Jimmy Flick. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you on this one, Crossover. Give me your thoughts, dog. And I mean, Jimmy Flick, man, you think this is it for him again, bro? He was already contemplating retirement. He already retired. He came back. Same thing with Matt Schnell too. These guys are just veterans now, bro. Just came in there and gave us a dog fight, son. Give me your thoughts, Cross.
I mean, coming into the fight, I literally thought whoever lost this fight was going to retire with what happened with both of them. I know Snell was in a really bad place, losing the 3 fights in a row and just retiring right there in the octagon. So, he definitely wanted this win badly, as did Jimmy Flick. And I think they both went out there and showed themselves well, fought hard. And I think Flick still got some left. And I think being in a tough fight like that, where you have some success and it's a dog fight, I think that's only going to make him want to get back in there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, do you have anything off the top of your head right now, Cross, for Matt Schnell?
At flyweight?
I was going to say Charles Johnson, just see what y'all thought about that.
I feel like energy should be fighting a little higher up. Come back to me. Come back to me. I'm a ponder and come back to me.
Say less. Let me go ahead and go over to Frankie right here, dog. What'd you think about this fight between Matt Schnell and Jimmy Flick, bro?
Again, it was another one that was way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Matt Schnell's a weird one because he's really good. It's just that he just keeps getting chinned out. So it was nice to see him get to the bell. That was a nice little, I enjoyed that aspect for him because he's one of those guys that's really skilled, but he's just, and to be fair, he's had some really tough competition. And I like what you said about Flick's situation as well there, because obviously he's contemplated leaving the sport multiple times. And for him to have a competitive fight against somebody who I'm assuming Matt Schnell is still ranked.
That's a great question. I don't think
or did he just fall out?
No, he's not.
No, he's not ranked.
He was ranked. But he's been in and about the rankings over the last few years. So to have a decent scrap with somebody who has been ranked not too long ago, I wouldn't mind seeing Flick hang around because, like I said, it's flyweight's very deep in the top 15, and there are some killers just outside of it. But I feel like he could have some success against some of the guys who are just outside. And like I said, he's still competitive and puts on like they both put on a good show, and that was really, really important for this card. Again, we keep talking about momentum. I feel like this was a great fight to see off the prelims and keep that energy going heading into the main card. And as you said, it was one of the arguably the fight of the night up until that point, and we had some bangers up until that. So to say that shows how much of a show these boys put on. So yeah, really good fight, really competitive, probably more competitive than a lot of people were expecting. But yeah, I'd like to see both of them stick around.
Bro, 100%.
Just on the
I'd like to
basis
see
of
both
that.
of them. Well, just because, and also for flyweight, bro, I'll take as many flyweights as we can. It's not as bad as heavyweight, but for a minute there, boys, you couldn't name 10 flyweights off the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to slowly stack up. So I think we should get these guys at flyweight, like Tim Elliott. Like, the fact that he's still fighting at flyweight is great. Did y'all see him at the card? My man looks old, but he's still out here doing the damn thing. So I think we should keep having them guys at flyweight. Ola, what are you thinking about over there, bro?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, bro. I tell you what, I was filming the whole time Jimmy Flick was fucking fighting, bro. Being silly, jumping the gilly, bro. I was invested in Flick, bro, as an underdog, man, and that boy pissed me the fuck off. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was filming. I see Cross smiling. You know what I mean? Because he knows.
Yeah, it's another fight I made up on you. Yeah.
Bro, I was filming. I thought to myself, like, he did well in the first round. I mean, look, don't get it twisted. The fight was a fun fight. There was plenty of reversals, plenty of some technical stuff that they did they did there on the ground. I mean, this is something you come to expect from a Max Snell, Jimmy Flick sort of fight. But I was just thinking, boy, just give me a little bit of fight IQ in the second round, bro. Like, why did he do that? And look,
he had him as well. He had him
bro,
he did.
It wasn't a skill issue. It was you're a dumb issue.
It was exactly like some IQ thing. I was fuming. But on the whole, when you look at that card, I mean, when you look at the actual bout in itself, as a whole, I thought it was a good bout. Really, really technical. Again, if you guys want to learn your jiu-jitsu and stuff, not a bad advert to really go and watch, see how you can sync some of these moves up, how you can get out some of them, what not to do, like being silly and jumping the gilly, all of that good stuff is right there in that very fight. But for Max Snell, he kind of did what I thought he was gonna do, but I just thought Flick just had it, man, and he just let go, bro. Like, yeah, I was demoralized.
Cross.
I was demoralized watching that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm ready to get off this topic.
Hey, I was about to say, before we move on, Cross, I was going to circle back to you about a match. I saw someone drop Tyson Nam versus Matt Schnell. I like that.
I think they might have already fought. Yeah, they've already fought. The name I had was Kaya Sakura.
Oh, that's a great shout. Cross, that's a great shot. That's a perfect, because you can't be
fighting Sakura a little layup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also that too, Frankie. It's also a, hey man, look.
He doesn't have a win in the UFC now.
You know what I'm saying? We brought you in maybe a little bit too heat. We brought you fucking the champ. We got you the potential flyweight GOAT right now. And here's somebody who's still known in the UFC. It's going to be a tough fight for you, but you could also build your name off this dude.
I think the only issue though is like they're paying Kaya Sakura a lot of money.
True.
So the likelihood is they're probably going to want to get value for their buck, and I can see them doing potentially him and Tyra down the line.
Him versus
Manel Cap's got a line in front of him where Cap's got to fight what's his name, Kai Kara Francis. So he's got to fight him next. Really, whatever happens.
No, I think Kai Kara Francis is going to fight Pantoja next.
No, he's fighting Pantoja, but he's got to fight. Cap's got to fight him next, regardless of what happens with him and.
At one point, yeah. At some point, that's gotta fucking
flyweight needs some heat because we've got skilled fighters down there. We need that beef heat that we don't get from flyweight. I think they need to book that before it goes out the window.
100%. And Kyle Sakura is ranked 15, by the way.
Oh, that's perfect. Because, bro, like Frankie said too, Schnell's not even ranked. We all thought he should be, maybe not top 10, but he should at least be through that 12 to 15 spot.
Yeah,
So
but for how long he's been with the company though? Like I feel like that would be a good name for Sakura to have on his
yes,
CV. So why not do that fight?
I think that makes sense.
That's a great call, Cross. Great
That's a
call.
good. Hey, come on, dog. Sean Shelby down there at the bottom, son. Let's go. Come on, man. Boys, let's get into this main card, son. Because this main card delivered, bro. As good as those prelims were, this main card absolutely fucking did its thing, boys. I'm getting ready to butcher this name, so let's go ahead and get it over with. We got Inkriam
Where's the
Alishkurov.
N? Where's the N in that first name?
See what I'm saying, bro? I get nervous. Like I feel like I see it coming and I fold. Like I get so fucking nervous. Inkram Alishkurov versus Andre Muniz. Boys, first of all, John Anik with the pronunciation right there. That's my bad. Not what I'm trying to do there. Let's get the boys back. John Anik with the pronunciation there as well. Cross. I know I just came to you, bro, but give me your thoughts, dog, on this fight and how it opened the night.
So coming into this, I went with Ikram Aliskerov. I thought he had too many paths to victory. I didn't really see how Muniz was going to be able to get the fight to the ground against a world champion combat sambo fighter in Aliskerov. And man, that left hook with the delayed reaction, man, reminded me of like Shane Burgos, Edson Barboza. Like when it happened, I was like, what happened? What did he hit him with? And then we went to the replay. I was like, oh, it's that lead left hook, man. It was beautiful. And a good win for Ikram, bounce back win, and hopefully, he can start making a little run at middleweight.
Bro, I mean, Cross, I'm gonna come back to you, dog. But is there anybody on the top of your head before I toss it over to Ola that you
can come back? You can come back. You can come back.
Say less. Ola, take it over, dog. Give me your thoughts, brother.
I mean, when you're asking about somebody that Aliskerov could fight, we know what he's capable of. But for me, I think put an MVP in there. Like MVP just been in there with Shara. Like put MVP in there with him. They're gonna throw hands. Get MVP in there, and why not? It'd go over to that part of the world as well, and do the fight. So for me. I think Ikram is a good prospect. It's coming up, racking up the wins, making it look good as well, making it look easy. He's asking for tougher challenges. When he got on the mic, he said, "Look, I want tougher challenges, man. Like maybe the bullet. I just say it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the bullet. Yeah,
I like the bullet.
But will they fight each other? Being from
Russia,
I don't know if they'd really do that. Which is why I threw MVP in there, because Sharon already been in there with MVP. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do like Ikram Aliskerov though. I think he did what everybody expected him to do.
I got another name now though.
Go ahead. I got a wild one. I'm just pure off for y'all's reaction, but go ahead, Cross.
Marvin Vettori.
Okay, well I don't feel as bad right now. I was gonna say Paulo Costa. I thought maybe Paulo was a bit high, but I like Marvin. I like Marvin and Paulo right there.
They both should be fighting down.
Yep, for sure. Absolutely. Especially Paulo Costa. He doesn't even have a win over anybody in the UFC.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's kind of a win-win in both situations.
This is a good one too.
Chris Curtis isn't bad. Yeah.
That's we know Chris Curtis is gonna come out, boys, and let it hang.
I got something for Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis. Nah, we'll talk about that up in the mic, but I've got something for Curtis.
Okay, say less.
I don't want to fuck it up right now.
Say less. Ola, what do you think about Brendan Allen though?
Yeah, it's not a bad fight, but it's Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen he's looking at trying to get in one of them top five. I think he's really one, maybe 2 fights away from really being a contender, at least being in conversation for contendership. I think Brendan Allen he's worked his way up that high up that I don't think he crammed. No.
Thing is, Brendan Allen's CV is not. If you look at it, it's not as good as he went on obviously on a win streak, but his CV is not as good as it could be. I feel like he's had a couple of easier fights in there that he should have really been winning. So I don't think the Ikram one is that bad. I think when he really gets tested, and let's be real, he lost that Chris Curtis second fight.
Hey,
as well,
Frankie, facts.
That was a layup.
I don't know how he lost that. I get at the end when he pulled his hamstring. Maybe the judges were like, I don't know, but I thought Chris easily.
I thought he clearly won that fight. Yeah,
I'm right there with
it
you,
was
bro.
very clear 3. It was close, but clear 3.
Yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
with you on that Brendan Allen point though too. He's not really the biggest thing we know about Brendan Allen. He had a fight with Marvin Vettori in a casino. If you're a casual, but you don't know he fought Sean Strickland. He's fought all these other dudes. He's a monster. But he's been in the UFC, bro, since they had Reeboks. So it's like
that's what I'm trying to say.
Actually-
Like, it's really trying to get up there, and I don't think fighting Ikram is going to do anything for Brendan Allen at this point. And he's going to look at it.
Oh no,
and say,
Brendan
"Look,"
Allen shouldn't take it. He shouldn't take
exactly.
it if he's offered it.
He's
It's
going to
bad
look
for
at it
him.
and say, "What does this fight do for me?"
Yeah.
facts.
It does nothing for him.
No, bro. But think about this though, like what Will was saying here, Ola. Think about this point though. He's only lost to Hamzat and Robert Whitaker.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's it. That's kind of wild. Like he's had some great fights in UFC, and he's only
Short
lost
notice too.
on short note. Robert Whitaker fucked him up, bro. Robert Whitaker
Yeah.
was mean that week, son. That was a mean Robert Whitaker too. And Hamzat, bro. Hamzat's just
And this is what I'm saying when we're talking about these two losses. These are somebody that's been a champion before and somebody that we're talking about fighting for a title, which is what Brendan Allen's going to be thinking in his head. Like, if I've been in there with those guys, what the fuck am I doing fighting fucking Ikram Aliskerov?
He should absolutely not take it. Yeah, if I'm him, I'm not taking it. He might get offered it. He might get it.
Boys, I was surprised Robert Whitaker took it. I was like, what is he doing taking this?
Well, it was short notice, and he was main eventing. So I mean, that's a little different situation.
You're right, Cross. Who was he gonna fight? Was it Paulo?
Hamzat. He was gonna fight Hamzat.
He was gonna fight Hamzat, yeah. So he's preparing for that kind of style anyway. I mean, I know Aliskerov was more of a striker, but like
shit.
It felt like it was the right move for him to do, yeah.
I didn't know that. Anakin crossover, or he's booked versus Costa's booked versus Roman.
Mm.
Damn,
good fight as well.
Good fight.
I'm gonna take Kopylov in that one.
I like Kopylov as well.
Costa is booked with PFL, I think, or at least he should be. Yes, I mean, dog.
Oh, I love me some Paulo Costa. I know he shits the bed a lot, but at least he puts on fun ones, and he's funny outside the cage as well. So I'm glad he's still around.
Hey, his personality picked up after that easy fight. I didn't know how he was going to handle it.
Well, Costa's been feeding Frankie some secret juice, man. Like,
come on.
Give me that boy some secret juice, bro.
Hey, what happened in Asia stays in Asia, Ola. But boys, I would say I don't think I even asked Frankie about his thoughts about this fight.
It was what we expected. I think the thing is with Muniz is like he looks like he should be good, but he just isn't. If you look at him physically, massive dude. He's not terrible anywhere, but I don't know. It's just he can't put it together. He's it's what happened is exactly what we expected, and I think it was a great fight to put on from the perspective of we know that Aliskerov's got something, and he needed like a big standout win in order to get people talking about him again. And I think even though the fight wasn't competitive and it never was going to be, again, the fact that we've got Aliskerov back in the win column and we're talking about putting him up as opposed to like we weren't sure about him before this fight. I'm glad it was booked from that perspective. Just that Andre Muniz really it's not going to be a win that ages very well because he just can't get it done.
He's huge though.
I'm just happy that he looks massive in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But no, Aliskerov got the job done. It was a really nice finish. And again, he's somebody else we can throw into the mix now as a dangerous opponent that we can look forward to seeing. So I'm glad that it went down from that perspective. But it was never going to be competitive, and it proved to be the case.
I think Vettori is a good shout, Cross. I think that's the next matchup for him, dude. Another good shout, boys, was this next fight. I loved this fucking next fight. And this dude right here, boys, is gone from a casual or from a hardcore to now casual, son. This dude, Randy, rude boy, big bundiclats, fucking everywhere, Ola, versus Nicolas Dalby was.
Nicolas?
Is that it? Bro, I felt so comfortable. I felt so confident going into that.
You thought you had that one, didn't you? You were.
Bro, I thought I was about to do it, and y'all were gonna be like, "Damn, I see you."
Nicolas?
That's not Nicolas.
Bro, it's Nicholas. What are we doing here?
It's Nicholas. He's from Poland.
No, he's from Denmark.
Bro, what you doing, Sterling, bro? Like, come on, bro.
Damn, bro.
He said the Poland thing with confidence as well. He's like, he's from Poland, bro.
You need to turn You need to turn in your microphone like fucking Dady and Craig from fucking Friday, bro. Like, you need to turn in your microphone, bro.
Damn,
Turn
Ola.
it in already, bro.
Come on, bro. Dude, I'm telling you,
We need to get my man a Rosetta Stone English, bro.
Oh my God.
Frankie, I'm telling you, I thought I was about to like make y'all. I was
You
like,
thought
I'm
you
about to
had one
surprise
there,
the
didn't
boys.
you? You thought you had
Oh,
one.
dude, I was like, watch this shit. Y'all think I can get no
Never
names? Watch
change.
the accent.
Never change, bro.
But
Never change.
well, you know what then? Cross, since you're the Denmark associate over here, brother, let's go ahead and toss it over to you. Give me your thoughts between Nicholas Dalby and the fucking rude boy, Randy Brown.
So going in, I went with Randy Brown. I just thought the length, the size, and his speed would just be too much. The jab and just the long range weapons would be too much for Nicholas Dalby. And that's how the first round was going. And then towards the end of the round, Dalby catches Rude Boy with an overhand right, drops him. And we're like, oh, now it's a brand new fight. Dalby almost gets the finish at the end of the round. And they come back out. And when round 2 starts, Nicholas Dalby is just going after Rude Boy. And it is looking like Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje. And then Rude Boy catches him with that right hand and puts him to sleep, bro. It was beautiful. And then I forgot. Breaking his nose in the first round, bro, that was nasty, dog.
And then how about his corner? How about the corner setting it for him?
Mm-hmm.
First of all,
that's
you know
always
how
nasty
painful
to
that must
see,
have
yeah.
been? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Oh,
nose
God.
needed Cutman tights in the house, bro.
Come
that
on,
nose needed
come
tights in the house, my G.
Come on, son.
Oh, God. Tate will be twitching in the fucking sofa at home. Like,
Dude.
fucking, I should have
Dude.
been in there trying to fix
Dude.
that nose. But yeah, man. Yeah, that looked bad. But really, really good performance from Rude Boy. For Randy Brown. This is the thing with Randy Brown as well. A lot of fighters that are coming after him, they feel all right. If I can't get in the pocket because he manages range so well, the way he manages range is phenomenal. But then they try and shoot a takedown, and then you see his takedown defense is even better than the way he manages range, and that's a good thing with with the way he fights, and he's also got that knockout power. He's got that style with him. It makes it look easy, even though he got dropped. It's like a wake up call, like, oh, this is what this brother's good at. All right, you know what? I need to reset and try and get out here with the game plan that I came back in with, and yeah, salute to Rude Boy Brown. I mean Randy Brown, and yeah, I can't wait to see him fight again, man. I love every time he comes out to fight. Always excited. He's never a no boring fight. It's one of the reasons why I love watching him fight.
I saw a couple names for him before I get over to Frankie. I was gonna see if you like this as well, Cross. Wonder Boy versus Rude Boy Brown, or MVP and Rude Boy Brown. I wanted to see him. I said it in Frankie's yesterday. I want to see him fight Colby just so he can absolutely fuck Colby's shit up, son. That's the only reason I want to see him fight Colby. But I want to see him. I want him to get some big fights, bro. We've been watching Rude Boy Brown now forever. It seems like, boys.
Yeah,
forever. And now he is like, remember that Solikov fight? I think that's ever since then. I think he's been fucking dialed. How about that pronunciation, by the way? But I think he's been absolutely dialed since then.
How about Magny?
Oh, he called out Magny too. That's long.
My only issue with Magny though, Magny's not ranked. Like, I think Rude Boy should get a
OG
matchup.
You see, sometimes the rankings don't matter, bro.
That's a good point.
You're fighting. It's who you're fighting and who
they
get a name in there as well. And Magny's known.
Magny's a name.
Yeah,
I would like to see the Wonder Boy matchup. I think that'd be a really good matchup.
How about Holland?
Oh, I like Holland.
Yeah, I would like Rude Boy against Kevin Holland.
Yeah, same. Just because he's more serious in there. Like Holland try to fuck around with him in there, and Randy's like, nah,
he'll just file in and just ignore it. Yeah.
And I think Luke has a fight. I know somebody in the chat talking about Luke. I think
Luke's fighting Holland.
That's Holland. Exactly it.
Oh, that's a banger ass fight. Yeah. Holy fuck.
And that could go either way. That one.
Damn, I mean, I'm trying to think of some more names before I toss it over to Frankie right now and get this analysis, son. But I mean,
let's see. Jeff Neal,
take my
money. Carlos Prates,
Jeff Neal,
take my money. Carlos Prates. Him versus Prates. Woo, bro, him versus Prates is a straight up kickboxing
Yeah.
scrap. Like with him and Ian, we'll get to it in the main event, but we kind of knew Ian was gonna end up doing something like that. Bro, Prates Rude Boy Brown under on the decision. 1.5 bet though. That's gonna be a fucking war, especially after this.
I prefer the Prates one to like because with MVP and
Wonder Boy
and Wonder Boy, they could just tactically make it. They could shut him down by this. You know, they have a tendency to do that where you're not guaranteed to get bangers with those two because they're very elusive and they can. They'll use the.
They're very Ian Garry.
They'll make it.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they're Ian Garry in the opposite way, sort of. Just
yeah. And then Colby could turn out to be boring. Colby could end up just humping his leg for 3 rounds. I just want to see him fight Colby just because I know he'll shatter his fucking orbital. But Frankie, give me your thoughts, dog. And boys, just so far top 5 KO of the year. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh yeah,
and it ain't 5.
KO was filthy.
It ain't 5, dog. It's sliding top. I'm telling you, like Cross, you said, bro, it was Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway-esque. The way the way he did after shooting the gun to the camera right after, he kind of had that walk-off moment that Adrian didn't get, Ola. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
Bro, when you see that knockout from like from the vantage point of like the crowd and you hear how loud it got in that place, bro, crazy.
Yeah, Jack said it was going. Jack's joined the stream at the watch along at the very end, and I was asking him about all that. Bro, he said that place was losing their fucking mind for like 5 minutes. And they said Dalby was not moving. Like they said, like Dalby was like Justin Gaethje type, but he was just dead body ass.
Yeah.
But boys, real quick though, before I throw it to Frankie as well, getting through that nose, that was insane. Randy shatters that.
Yeah, we got to give him love for that. I think that's why it led to where it went. I think that's why it led there because Dalby kind of had to go for it because he was really badly damaged. He had that sense of the urgency of I've got to get him out of here now because I'm fucked. So I've got to do, and that's what led to the finish. I kind of feel like, yeah, I was really impressed with Randy Brown. I just thought that again, it's what Ola mentioned about him. There's always that moment where he leaves himself open to getting caught, and this is the problem that I've got with Brown. It's like he deviated from the game plan a little bit. Where if he kept, I'm glad he did because it led to a really exciting finish and we got what we got. But Brown had the advantage to, when we were looking at this matchup, we were like, well, all Brown's got to do, maintain the distance, just keep chipping away at him, and then the finish will potentially present itself. But I think the fact, and by the way, Dalby, that guy, I don't think he's ever been finished.
Yeah, that was his first time.
First time getting finished. I mean, Dalby's not the most pretty to look at, but yeah, he's not the most pretty to look at, but goddamn, he's tough to get out of there. Like he's
a dog.
He's the epitome of a dog. So to do him like that, flatline him like that is really, really impressive. But yeah, there's a few little weaknesses in Randy Brown that I'm still seeing, but he's definitely got, I don't know, he's got something to him, and he's put a little streak together now. That's probably one of the best KOs we've seen this year. And I would like to see him get I'm with the boys. He needs to fight someone ranked now. He's been around for long enough. I think he's won something like he's like 8-2 in his last 10 or something. He's been in the UFC for a while now. The fact that he's not he hasn't fought in the rankings yet, he needs to be doing that at this stage of his career where he's like, fuck it, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to fight somebody who's in that 10 to 15 range, or he could be stuck as a gatekeeper for the rest of his career, and that would be a shame for him.
I mean, if he really puts it together, man, like he could be 3-4 fights away from being a contender to, you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, because he's got the thing is the skill set that he does have with the range he's got at the division. He could be a problem for anyone if he goes in there and sticks to a game plan. I'm not sure that there are times when he's really deviated from that, as I said, which is the biggest weakness in his game, where he'll sometimes lose track of what he's supposed to be doing and then get caught. But if he can keep himself disciplined, it leads to less exciting fights. Which is why, as an observer, we're happy that he sometimes, messes it up from time to time. But he should definitely be looking up now. Like that's the next stage of his career. He's going to be stuck in limbo, doing, fighting people coming up as opposed to getting where he should be and potentially could be. So great finish and really pumped some energy into the reinvigorated the card again, which was great.
Bro, very true. Like I said, bro, this main card lived up to it, dog. Ola, I know you got to get going here soon. So before you get on out of here, do you want to touch up on is there anything you want to touch up on before you get out of here on the co-main, the main, these last 3-2 coming up?
Yes. For me, the Abus match, Magomedov versus Yeah, that one. Right. I thought to myself, you know what? It did a good job, but it looked like his gas tank looked shady to me, bro. His gas tank looked shady in that fight, you know what I mean? But I think he's starting to redeem himself with some of the wins that he's putting together, and I would like to see him in that Strickland fight again. The reason I say so
Like
because I know
that.
Strickland's your boy, right? But
I
the
like
reason
that.
I say so,
I like
I
that.
think Strickland probably got lucky with that boy, man. You know what I mean? When he finished, because Strickland don't got knockouts like that. He's a pressure fighter. You know what I mean? He don't got
he
knockouts
broke
like
him though. He broke him.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
So
His cardio broke himself.
Yeah.
It's really
right,
questionable.
which
Yeah.
is something that we saw there. But again, could you see him with Chris Curtis? Maybe Chris Curtis could, that could be a banger
I
fight
think Chris Curtis. I think Chris Curtis would do him. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I think he would.
It,
I think
it,
he would. I think that'd be a tough fight for him cardio wise. I think Chris Curtis would just put it on him.
I think the Kopylov Costa winner against Abus would be a fun one.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
That's another good one. That's another good
Yeah,
one. And before I get out of here, shout out to every single one of you guys. Frankie, salute to you. Cross, my bro. Big up. Sterling, love for the invite. And before I go, I want to shout out our boy Kenny Black Diamond. I know he came up short on the weekend on Cage Warriors. He came up short, but commiserations to him. You're gonna be back, brother. Keep your chin up, keep your head up, bro. Get back in the gym, get back in the drawing board, and get back to what you do best, man. You know what I mean? So salute to Kenny Black Diamond on that one. And yeah, people, salute to the chat. Big love. I got a deep. And yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday for Dust Up Shakedown, people.
Let's go. Hey, you're the CEO, brother. You know I'm always glad to have you in here, Ola. You're the man. Do your thing.
100%.
Glad to see you back from Wales. Don't leave the country again. Stay locked in, son. We'll see you Wednesday, dog. Dust Up Shakedown with the CEO. Arsenal in this bitch. Let's go, brother.
We'll see y'all.
We out.
Be safe, bro.
Love.
Boys, I think that is the perfect segue to go ahead and get into this next fight right here. Between Abus and Michel Pereira. Cross, dude, give me your thoughts on this, dog.
For me, man, like what I really got out of this fight, Michel Pereira just did not show up at all. Like it's like he went in there and he wasn't even trying to win the fight. I don't even know if he knew a fight was going on, but Abus Magomedov did what he was supposed to do, just putting the volume out there, scoring points, but I don't know. Like, I think Lazy Bed in another chat was saying he thought Michel Pereira looked like he was out there throwing the fight, bro. Like, it didn't even look like he was trying to win a fight at all for me.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you, Cross. That's crazy you said that because part of me was like, is this dude fucking sick? Is he injured? Like, as I was watching it on the live, I was telling people too, bro, like, this is the worst I've seen Michel Pereira look. I don't know if it was the age. I don't know if it was a bad weight cut, injuries, but that's wild that you brought that up. Fluffy,
yeah.
Anthony
That's
Hernandez.
Exactly what it was. That's exactly
bro.
what it was.
Hey, bro, because that was nasty. That wasn't like a technical fight.
That was one of the worst beat. I mean, in terms of prolonged beatings that I've ever seen in the sport. Like he battered him for 20 minutes. It was horrible. Like,
bro, like if there's no referee in there, he probably kills you. Like that's like that type of fight. Like he was in there just beating on him, bro. It could be a bit of that though, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cross, I think that's a great point from Lazy right there. I think it's a great point from Frankie. He could just have a bit of confidence lost after that. And then now you got to go fight a Boost, who's a motherfucker everywhere. So have fun with that as your recovery fight. But Frankie, I mean, give me your thoughts, man. And Cross, do you got anything next for him, bro?
A Boost, man. I think we need to get him a ranked guy at middleweight too. I mean, I feel like there's
ranked now.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, we're getting all this turnover at middleweight, and I think it's very good to see. Just like, with Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov, somebody needs to fight that winner. Maybe even make him fight Marvin Vettori or Brendan Allen, something like that. But he definitely needs a boost up in competition for sure.
Speaking about that walkout too, Anakin, boys, I mean, what the fuck? What was that?
Bro, that's Michel Pereira. That's
not
what
everybody,
he does.
Bro, he's trying to do some Israel Adesanya dance shit though, and like the choreography was just bad.
Bro, the fight wasn't much better.
I mean, to be honest,
this was the worst fight of the night.
Bro, it was terrible, Frankie.
It was
Like, man, it
terrible.
was horrible.
It was
Frank, give
terrible.
me your thoughts, dog. On I guess whatever thoughts you got left on that, man.
Yeah, outside of the fight being really, I'm not very high on Abbas at all. I don't. I think like I had very high hopes for Mikel Pereira at middleweight, and obviously we saw what Fluffy did to him. Completely took his momentum away, and he looks like a broken man now. But and I feel like a boost, if a boost was at the level that we kind of a lot of people think he is, he should have been Pereira should have been there for the taking because he did nothing. He should have been able to take, but a boost managed to kind of keep his stock where it is despite winning the fight. It was just I don't like his cardio.
No,
I think he looks a little bit sloppy in there. I don't have high, and the fact that he's ranked now at middleweight, I think if you're a betting person, I think Abbas is going to get a tough fight for his next one that looks like, it looks like it's fairly given. And I think he's going to get smashed out in his next fight. I think Abbas is, I don't like this guy as a fight. I mean, not personality wise, but
yeah,
as a fighter, I don't think I think he's not somebody who belongs in a division or ranked in a division that's one of the better divisions in the UFC now. And I think he's going to get fraud checked again really badly in his next one. That was the takeaway for me. I was looking at both of them thinking, we're not going to get the excitement from Mikel Pereira anymore because he's just, all the confidence is gone. And then I'm looking at Abus and thinking, he fights anyone in that top 15, he's going to get smashed. And that was what I took out of the whole thing. It was just a horrible fight to watch. And it was an exciting guy that we've lost now, and another guy who I don't think is going to be able to cut it when it gets to the better end of the division. And I think that's what we're going to see. Killed the momentum a little bit on the main card, unfortunately. It just wasn't a good fight and very forgettable.
I think to your point too,
Nothing
there,
much
Frankie. I was
to
gonna
add.
say he doesn't have a lot of personality to help him out either. So like him getting this win, if he had a bit of personality, maybe Dana could give him a favorable top 10 matchup. But Dana's like, look, bro, you're just gonna fight whoever you want to fight. Nobody's really gonna tune in. Here's fucking a guy on Dana White Contender Series who's a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like it might not be a Brendan Allen fight or nobody really that big of a name because of that too. And his style as well. It doesn't really help him. And do y'all think Michelle Pereira should step up to light heavyweight? I saw a comment in there earlier. It was crazy the fact he even made 170, boys. But I mean, it might be his only chance left.
Bro, I think if he went up to 205, he would just get dwarfed from a size standpoint for real. And as we're seeing, man, his power doesn't really play at 185 like it did at 170. So I don't know how it would play at 205.
It did at the beginning. He was looking monstrous at middleweight for his first run. Before he bumped into Fluffy, he was looking like shit. This guy could be a dark horse because he was fucking murdering people. I think for Pereira, they need to give him somebody if they want to get some stock back in him, because I think he's a confidence fighter. I think they need to give him somebody who is a bit of a layup, to be honest. I know that's not how we do things in the UFC, but in terms of his excitement factor, he needs his confidence back, because if he fights anybody who has a decent chin and has decent cardio, it looks like he's going to lose to anyone with those attributes. But
how about Edmund?
He's exciting to watch. That would be a decent. I think that would be a decent one.
Yeah,
I think that's where his level's at. I think I could see that. That would be a good fight.
And it's weird too because Shabazian I think he's lost 2 in a row now.
Nah, he just finished somebody not too long ago.
Did he? Oh, I'm thinking about Gerald. I'm thinking about Gerald Mershard. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot he had that other fight.
But that fight makes sense because Edmund's got a questionable chin.
Yes,
and his cardio is sometimes a bit as well. They'd scrap, and I think it could be good. I wouldn't. I think that could be a good one. Yeah.
Petrosky, I'm not mad at Petrosky either. Edmund has one with. Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. Either war, dog. Either war.
Same issues as well. Petrosky's a bit of a sloppy. Not cardio's not great.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't put on the most exciting fights. He's just kind of getting the job done to get the win. He'll Perez. Hang on. Torres Finney a guy. He'll do that. He'll get the job done by either any means necessary. I see you smiling there, Cross. I messed up the name. Boys, if you don't got anything else on that, we can go ahead and get to this next one, bro.
Let's do it.
Because this next one was crazy to me, man. Between Giga Chikaze and David Onama. Frankie, give me your thoughts, bro. And I did not have Onama going into this. What did you boys have?
Yeah, I had Chikaze as well, and I'm not a big fan of either guy as well. This is another one where Anama's going to be ranked as well. And this is we were talking about the situation with Gutierrez earlier, how he's not ranked and he's gone through a lot of guys in the division. And now Anama's going to have a ranking next to his name. I'm not that high on this guy. I'll be honest. He did the right things at the right time where he got the takedowns where he needed to. And again, it wasn't a horrible fight, but I felt like he did what he needed to do to yeah, it just wasn't exciting, and I'm not convinced on Onama yet. So
every time I think about
Onama, that was my only takedown.
My bad, I mean to interrupt you, dog. Every time I think about Onama, I think about him and Nate Landwehr, where he had the fight one, dominated it, and Nate the Train came back and did the "whoop my ass and see what happens" promo. Yeah, and just finished him, dog. But he's always in some crazy wars, isn't he? He's always in some type of weird, like maybe not wars all the time, but just a weird scrap.
Yeah,
the fight goes.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a good win to get, but it just didn't do anything for me. I don't rate Onama that highly. I think him being ranked now is just bizarre to me. It's going to be a very similar to the Abbas thing, where again, when he fights somebody up, I think he's just going to get dealt with. That's just my feelings on him, but we'll see how it goes.
Hey, he just I don't know if he should get a ranked guy. I think this type of fight's not bad for him.
Well, he's going to be ranked because Giga was ranked, so it's again, it's another weird one.
So how about we give him Josh Emmett or like Dan Ige then, something like that.
I think they both bang him out, but I wouldn't mind seeing it.
No, I mean same, but I'm just saying like somebody make it kind of interesting, and you never. He's gonna
get that kind of fight. He's gonna get somebody like that next. Yeah. They'll probably give him somebody like Cater or something, which would just be, I don't know,
Or Yusuf Zalal.
This fight did nothing for me.
They train together, so it won't be Yusuf Zalal.
Oh fuck!
All right, yeah.
I like Calvin Kattar though. I like Calvin Kattar.
Another mystical fighter.
Come on, dog. Flippy buns, baby. Let's go. But Cross, give me your thoughts, dog, on Onama and Giga.
Man, going in, man, I took the underdog and Giga as well. In the first round, man, Giga was looking good. The kicks from range, the jabs, the footwork. I was like, man, Giga looking good. But then the second round comes, and then all of a sudden, David Onama's like, nah, we're going to wrestle, and I'm going to control you, and I'm going to get you down. And, that's Giga's Achilles heel, man. He gets taken down, can't get back to his feet. And, it's just that pretty much just sums up the fight. Once Onama identified that, took away Giga's airspace, wouldn't let him get the kicks off, Giga was done at that point.
Yeah, bro. It's weird, too, because, like, what do we do next with Giga, boys? Remember, he was, like, the rising guy. Remember the Giga kick? Like, everything he had coming up with him during the Apex days, during the COVID days. Like, I was high on this dude. But he just looks old now, boys. I don't know what
doesn't look like a fighter.
No, bro.
He looks like a librarian.
Yes, or he's serving you like lamb
kebab.
Or some shit.
Kebab.
Yeah, he's giving you kebab.
I got a matchup for him. Do him Sean Woodson.
Oh, do him and Sean Woodson.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
do him and Sean with the mythical character, bro. That dude is a comic book character, bro. Hey, I'll take that because that's striking too, dog. Or maybe Leroy Alex Caceres if they haven't already fought. Cub Swanson's looking for something. Cub Swanson needs a retirement fight.
I feel like Cub Swanson needs a OG banger with like Josh Emmett or something, dog. Like two just OGs go in there and just swing it out. You know what I mean?
Bro, him and
we
Josh
need to stop
Emmett.
Sacrificing these retiring guys to like hungry young. Just give them a legacy fight where it's like
we should, Frankie,
on the way out.
We should, bro. We should. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dumbass matchmaking going on in this next fight, but we're about to get there. But yeah, man. I mean, do y'all see anything left for Onama that really get you going, or Giga? We just kind of talked about Onama, so I guess let's touch up on Giga a little bit before we move on to this co-main, man. I just can't see anything. He's fought everybody too, damn near. So anybody I say, I feel like it's going to be a rematch. Yeah, Giga not the same fighter, 1000%, bro.
I think as soon as Giga started talking about how he would be like Volk would be easy work, that's when I was like, this guy's not serious. Like this, bro. His aura just diminished after that. I was like, you've gone too far. But,
I can't, boys. I can't think anything for him, man.
Bob shop on her though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was a bit. Hey, as I said it, Grimy, I said it, and I was like,
I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I
Thank you,
read it
Frankie.
and I
Exactly what I
was
was
like,
thinking.
no way, bro. No
Thank you,
way.
Frankie. I said it and I was like,
You can imagine him
oh,
with the apron, just I can just. I'm
bro.
sorry.
You know what I'm saying? With like that big, what's that like the little chicken that goes around and you get it like hollow
Yeah,
guys?
the rotisserie. Yeah, the like what do
Yeah,
they call
he's
them?
just
It's like yeah,
it's shy.
rotisserie
He's
is the
just
wrong word, but you know what I'm
pulling
saying.
chicken
Yeah.
off of it and dumping it in there, son. You know what I'm saying? And then he hops in his Uber from fucking 7 to 11 at night. You know what I'm saying? That's Giga Chikaze. Featherweight? Nah, Bubba. No.
The Uber
No.
killed it, man. That's wow.
Right here too. I could see him also selling a bit of shitty cologne, brother, and some knockoff chains in the middle of the mall.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. That is so messed up, dog. So messed up. Oh.
Man.
Racism is funny.
Hey, ain't no middle of the mall shit over
Oh,
here,
God.
Frankie. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Yeah, boys. Well, we pretty much did Onama up. We got Giga his next fight, I guess, set up. The fight, it wasn't nothing too crazy. It definitely didn't stand out
Nah.
to us. It was decent. It is what it was, but it wasn't nothing that we could remember on a Monday morning. You know what I'm saying? You know what we could remember on a Monday morning? Retirement, brother, and a very sad one at that. Which Frankie was saying earlier. The fuck are we doing with these guys for their last fight? You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into it, dog. We got fucking the OG of the OGs, Lionheart Anthony Smith versus Zhang Ming fucking Yang, dude.
Look at you,
Cross.
dog. Look at you.
Wow.
Come on, bro.
Proud of you, man.
Come
I'm proud
on,
of
bro.
Man
Why
butchered
did-
Anthony and then got Zhang Min Yang.
you.
Wow. You legend. Wow.
Cross, man, take this fight. I've been having to hear this dude's fucking name all week leading up to this fight. I've been having to hear about it all day since Saturday. I think it was an early stoppage, but Cross, you give me your thoughts, man.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. This fight went pretty much exactly how I thought it was gonna go. I wasn't really expecting Anthony Smith to put up any resistance at all. I mean, Zhang Min Yang, this guy's just been on a rampage. I think he's got like 10, 11 finishes in a row, bro. Like this dude was a problem coming in. So I already knew it was gonna be a bad night for Anthony Smith. But like it could have been a lot worse, but he still got finished.
Frankie, you got any thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I'm with Cross on this. I think this was the best case scenario for Anthony Smith because he was going to get smashed out. And I think the fact that he had his faculties of him, his face didn't look like a complete, don't want to say a complete car wreck because, he's not the most good looking of gentlemen out here. But I think the fact that he, like I said, we all knew he was going to be a lamb to slaughter. But like the fact that I'm bringing your family out as well is just such a bad idea.
Dude.
It's another lesson. Just don't do that.
It is.
He didn't look complete. I know he got battered, but he didn't look like he'd been
that cut on top of the head where the blood just rushing everywhere, bro, was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was I was expecting him to get flatline laid out here, or to have his face completely mauled, and the fact that he was able to talk after the fight and to that whole thing with the crowd member was a bit of a mad one as well. It kind of shows that you can't be doing this game if that's gonna set you off. Somebody shouting at you or saying shit to you in the crowd. If you're gonna get that, like if you're gonna crash out on something like that, then it is time to leave. But I will say this: a lot of people hate Anthony Smith, and they rag on it. We talked a little bit about this on the stream yesterday. A lot of people rag on Anthony Smith for sort of being a quitter and getting battered, and the Lionheart memes going off. There was a time when he really lived up to that, and I think we need to remember that. This is a guy who's had 60 professional fights.
Let's go.
And there were so many times when he was a dog in there, and he has some, he has some decent wins on his CV, where he's gone in there and put his heart on his sleeve. Don't get me wrong. Lately, he's been a bit of a joke, getting battered out and losing his mind a little bit and getting drawn into that side of it. But I think the criticism that he got it should have been a case of, instead of criticizing the fact that he got a nice send off after the amount of fights he's had and the wars he's had, what we should be criticizing are the people that deserve them and don't get them, like Stipe, and because people are like, oh, Waterson got this great one, or when you've dedicated to yourself to the sport for this long, and you've been in wars and you put yourself out there, and you should get the send off that deserves. It shouldn't be a case of you shouldn't get one, or you're comparing it to. It's on the UFC to make sure that everyone's getting a fair, send off once they've put that time in and put. I think that should be what's criticized more than people shitting on the fact that Anthony Smith got a fucking video vignette after having how many fucking fights in the UFC.
Thank you. Fucking thank
That
you.
part of it did bother me.
Yes.
So I've never really had much I mean, I don't care for Anthony Smith one way or the other. It's not that I dislike the guy. I'm not the huge fan of his or whatever, but I respect anyone that goes in there and puts themselves on the line like that. And I just think that it was time for him to leave. I'm glad that he managed to, like I said, not be going out there on a stretcher. I think that was a win. And yeah, like I said, as far as the fight goes, went exactly as we expected, and now we've got somebody else to potentially focus on as a dangerous person in that division. And door opens, window closes. You lose somebody who's been a staple of the game for a while, and you gain somebody who's now got some momentum behind them and looks like a dangerous opponent for anyone. So fight went as we expected. Nice send off for him. I think it was deserved. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Min Yang can do going forward, because he's going to be scary.
I got two matchups for him.
Go ahead.
So one is somebody in the chat said it, Bogdan Guskov. That's a good one.
Oh, Anthony Smith's brother.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one is Nikita Krylov coming off that brutal finish of Dominic Reyes. He's at 10 now.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because with light heavyweight, there's opportunities to jump up very quickly.
Exactly.
There really is
division out there. Yeah.
Bro, all you gotta do is knock out like a 2 to 3, like a him, like what you just said, Cross. Knock out one of them boys, knock out a Volkan Oezdemir, maybe get a Jamal Hill, Yuri fight. And then
you're fighting for a belt.
Like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're in title fight.
You're in there, bro. Especially if Magomed beats Alex Pereira again. It's like, well, fuck, who else is he gonna fight now? We're not gonna see Jan Blachowicz versus Mean Gang would be amazing too. Rakic, Mean Gang, take my money. That dude's got some spot.
There's a lot you could do with him.
Yeah, I feel like
but it's a lot of guys you could feed to him too at 205, like Johnny Walker.
I think that's what they should be looking at. I think that's what they should be looking at. Because I don't think he's proven himself yet in terms of who he's fought. He's looked great, but again, it's who's he fought.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Cross, take my money for Volkan. You talk about an absolute under on 45 seconds for that fight. No time versus Mean Gang. Dog, Volkan doesn't know what defense is
guaranteed
either.
Banger. Yeah.
Guaranteed banger. And like Cross said, guaranteed, like, here's another big name too. You beat Anthony Smith. Here's Goose. Because Gooskon, he's not a huge name, but us hardcores, we know that he's going to bring it. But if you want to get a legend on your name too, go from Anthony Smith to Volkan Oezdemir. That'd be fucking wild, bro.
And then when he gets up in the top of the division, man, can you imagine him in there with Yuri Prohaska?
Oh my! Or Khalil Roundtree? Shit. Woo. Jamal Hill. I know people shit on Jamal Hill, but Jamal Hill, Mean Gang. Whoo, son, take my cheddar. I think everyone's talking too much. I think that was a good point, though, boys. I think everyone's talking a lot about Anthony Smith, the retirement, all that, but really, we're not talking about enough for Mean Gang. And honestly, dude, about the retirement too, Frankie, the only perfect retirement I've ever seen is Robbie Lawler. That's the only perfect retirement. I mean, unless you think of any, he knocks Nico Price the fuck out in the first round in Florida.
The only thing is with the Nico Price one, it was such a weird knockout. It looked
it was. I know
it wasn't.
Yeah, it didn't even look real.
Rigged.
Yeah, facts. And Nico Price is like,
because when you saw Nico Price in the next one as well, he looked fantastic. He looked back to Nico Price is back to being. That's what made it even more dodgy. The next one.
I think the best retirement was Frankie Edgar, though. I think that was the best one.
Come on, Cross. He got absolutely
had the whole family front row, dog. He got knocked out in the first round.
Bro. I know. Bro, what is up with these boys? I like you were saying right there, too, Cross and Frankie. So why are they bringing their whole families for their last fight front row against murderers? Bro, Frankie Edgar was going to fight. What was it? Was it Corey Sandhagen or Gutierrez?
It was Chris Gutierrez. They were back to back. He fought Sandhagen and then went to Gutierrez.
Sandhagen absolutely fucking murdered him. two, and it's
Bro.
the same thing back to
Yep.
back as well.
Yep, flying knees. Yep,
Oh man. Oh,
Who did he
stiff as a board too.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro. Who did he fight before Corey too? Didn't he get knocked out before that?
Cheeto Vera knocked him out.
Cheeto Vera beat the
Knocked him out.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
front kick too. So we took a front
Yes,
kick.
right to the
and
chin.
Yeah.
dog, that Corey knee, I feel like doesn't get talked about enough. That's the most.
Yeah,
That's a video game.
I thought it's another one where I thought, oh, we could have
He's
a
dead.
death. Like, you could be dead here.
Yeah, he's
It
dead.
was like it was almost like Josh Emmett and Bryce
Oh,
Mitchell.
Bryce Mitchell, bro, I
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah,
I thought
that's the
Bryce
worst
Mitchell
one.
was dead.
That's the
I
worst
thought
one
he
I've
was
ever
dead.
seen. It was the twitching and all that. You're like, oh, he's fucking. You're like, wow, oh god.
Yeah,
that.
like T-Mobile got as loud as for that KO as Randy Brown, Nicholas Dalby. Bro, the place erupted when Emmett knocked Bryce Mitchell out.
But then after
twitching.
that cross, didn't you say it was just pure silence too? Like after that, it was just like people were like, "Oh,
because bro, he
shit."
was not moving. Like after the twitching and stuff, bro, he went still and was like, bro, he looks like a dead body in there, dog.
What else? What would be a dead body, Morbid? If I go up against that Sprite again, that's what's gonna be a dead body.
Did you see this? Did you see that, Frankie?
No, I didn't.
Nah, you don't need to, Frankie.
Bro, he got 10-7 by a can of Sprite, man.
What?
Sterling did. Yes.
Frankie, you don't need to see this, bro.
He was on a live stream and he took a sip of Sprite and bro, almost died on stream, dog.
Frankie, I'll send it to you, bro. I legit almost died.
Please.
Like, I mean,
I love you, bro, but you're here, you're alive, so it's funny to laugh.
No, it is, bro. I'm telling you, hey, and Frankie, you can see like I'm panicking. I'm laughing at first, and then I get 30 seconds in, and I'm like on the stream, like I'm wheezing, and I'm like, oh my god, is it over right here? Holy! I'd have kept the stream on too, just for the views. I'd have been like, well, fuck it, we're going out with a bang. This episode's gonna kill. I was at 278 when Edwards head kicked Usman into the shadow realm. Place went bonk, dude. I fucking
bro that KO for me, like I was in disbelief when I was like, did that just happen? Did I just see that?
I think that's the most I've lost it for a KO. Was like because it was like, oh, here we go again, and then just it was the nature of how it happened as well. KOs can be amazing and stuff, but it was when it's a comeback KO like that where you think this is just gonna peter out and then bow. That was, I think that's the most I've been hyped.
Bro, the only other time I've ever been that hyped was also for Max Holloway Gaethje. Like, cause you just like you were on the edge, like you were screaming, you were like, "Oh my god, they're banging! Oh shit! Oh shit!" And then you just see just that overhand hit, and then you just lose your mind. We almost lost. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that Sprite is different. They make Sprite different nowadays. I don't know how they make it in the UK, Frankie, but over here in America, son, it's crisp. It's crisp, brother. Speaking of crisp, boys, we got one more to get to. And it was a crisp performance, some would say, son. Not to the end. It was a bit sloppy to the end. We're super interested to see what you boys think. But I'll start with you, Crossover. Give me your thoughts, bro, for Ian Machado Garry and Carlos.
I'm not an Ian Machado Garry guy, but I got to give him respect, man. The guy fought his behind off, especially early in the fight, man, just neutralizing Carlos Prates' offense. But on the flip side, Carlos Prates could have won this fight in the fifth round. He could have finished Ian Garry. Like I was watching, I was jumping, yelling at the TV, like, just throw some more punches. Yeah, it was so close to finish him, bro. And I mean, it was crazy. But hey, great fight to both guys. I don't think Carlos Prates' stocks drops at all. Phenomenal fight, and I enjoyed it.
Before I throw it over there to you, Frankie, Cross, you know what my next question is, brother. What do you see next for honestly both guys? Honestly.
So Ian Garry for me, I know Buckley was there, but Buckley's got Usman. I think Leon Edwards makes a lot of sense.
Ooh, for Ian Garry?
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense for me.
I was gonna say I think he's getting the title shot next, dog, because I think he's going to that Canada card for JDM and Bilal. But if that doesn't happen, dog, him versus Leon Edwards, or even Prates versus Leon Edwards, take my money, bro. Take my money. Frankie, what you got, son?
This was almost like the perfect weekend of. We were talking about this before. Like we had the boxing fight earlier between Eubank and Ben, which was one of the best box. If you guys in the chat have not seen that, you need to go back and watch it.
I was going to ask y'all about that at the end.
Phenomenal.
I was like, boys.
And then we had Eddie Hall getting his thing done, like smashing out.
Whoa.
Like 30 seconds, right?
30 seconds.
Hey, you
Absolutely.
can tell he
And
trained
Eddie
with
Hall's
Tom.
Eddie Hall's like a local. Everyone in the UK loves this motherfucker. Like we love Eddie Hall.
Bro, he's a legend.
So I was buzzing. So like I picked Ian Garry for this fight. I've never wanted to be wrong so much in my life. I hate this cunt. Sorry to swear, but I hate him.
Brother, this is the
I
wrong
hate
show to
Ian Garry
apologize for
so
swearing.
much. He's one of those people, that can like I put out a tweet about this that was like Ian Garry is the kind of person that can fraud check somebody and himself like at the same time.
That's a good
Like because he neutralizes hype trains, but then he doesn't finish fights in an exciting way himself. So he kind of sucks the air out of both situations. It's like he kills somebody's hype, like he did with Shavkat, but then doesn't elevate himself by doing something amazing where it's like, we hate you, but fuck me, that was a great finish, or that was like, I'm going to echo what a lot of people have said about Ian Garry. Ian Garry is an exceptional fighter, terrible human, insufferable in every measure. Like as a man, just like, I mean, if you go through the list of the stuff that this guy has done to shit on our gender, it's just non-stop with the cuckery and the taking the ex's name and the everything he says is just it's just awful to listen to.
Yeah.
And then he, like I said, he's a very skilled technical fighter, very difficult to deal with, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. But I was very disappointed with how a lot of people were talking about. We talked about it when we did the live yesterday. A lot of people were shitting on Gary's failed takedowns and stuff. I thought that was quite clever in keeping Prates from failing to get his offense off, because it felt like he was reacting to Garry as opposed to doing what Prates usually does and just goes for the head kill. I thought Garry did very well at neutralizing him, but I was very disappointed that Prates took as long as he did into the fight to finally let things go and just say fuck it. That was the side of the fight that really disappointed me. I wanted to see Prates just go fuck it from the offset and just go for his head. And it felt like he was waiting for something, waiting for that opportunity that came too late. And that's the disappointing thing for it. And as far as Garry getting a title shot, it's just, I hate everything about that.
Same.
He's behind. He should be behind Brady.
Yep.
He should be behind Rakhmonov.
Yep.
So it's like he shouldn't be in the combat. He needs at least one more. And the fact that he's trying to talk his way into it. And the thing is, the way that the UFC is, because of the hate that he generates, he might get it just based off that, because that's how the game works. It's not, people always think it's like, it's the fan favorites or the ones who, no, if you generate that much hate and people want to see you get fucked up, you can get yourselves into that situation. Colby did it for years, being not the most exciting, but being somebody that people fucking despised, getting himself into that situation. And I feel like Gary's gonna do the same thing. And him being the backup for this fight in Canada, which he shouldn't be.
Crazy.
He's probably gonna end up getting paid for that. And then the next one, he probably weasels his way into, he probably ends up jumping those guys. And I just think it's bullshit.
Bro, and honestly, like what you were saying earlier there too, Frankie, about like the way he is too and how sufferable he is, and like just the shit he does.
Awful.
Like when I've said this too, I said this on the stream the other night. He does way too, he tried to copy Conor McGregor way too much at the beginning. We're not here to take part, we're here to take over. He was literally saying the exact same shit this dude was saying, almost the same type of tattoos. It was like the same as, like he was doing everything the same.
Everything about this guy's ass, the ankle tattoos, everything about him just pisses me off.
Like you said, taking
veganism,
taking the ex's name, veganism heavy right there too.
I've never heard of anyone doing that in the history of humankind.
Bro,
taking your ex's, your wife's ex's name.
Hey, that's cuckery at its finest, brother. That is a cuckery cake for you.
That is remarkable.
Cook versus Buck.
Come on, baby. Hey, how about Joaquin Buckley too at the ceremonial weigh-ins, pulling up next to his wife too? Did y'all see the video?
If Buckley bangs out, if Buckley bangs out Usman, he shouldn't. He's ahead of Garry now.
He's gonna be in front of Gary. Yeah,
he's ahead of Gary now, even before that fight. It should.
And then
Buckley should be the one who's in contention.
That's the same point, because Kevin Holland called out Buckley a couple months ago, and Buckley was like, "Bubba, what are you talking about me for?"
Yeah,
like we're not redoing that. That was 7 years ago at the Apex. You got me, dude. I'm up here now. I mean, up until Kevin Holland got that dub his last fight, boys, it was looking fucking tough for a Trailblazer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was looking tough for the boy. So I think
Yeah.
we all were saying, bro, Joaquin's on a different level right now. Fighting Kamaru Usman is going to be insane. And if he can, bro, if he imagine he knocks
And
out
I
Usman,
hope he
boys,
gets it done. I hope he gets it done
woo,
because it puts him
dog.
significantly above Gary
Yep.
as well. And Gary shouldn't be looking at. He doesn't deserve a fight with Brady. He doesn't deserve a fight with Shavkat. Obviously, he's just lost to him.
He should fight
And
Colby.
he won't deserve a fight with Buckley as well if Buckley beats Usman. So those three are clear in front of him. And the sickening thing is, I can see Gary leapfrogging all of them.
No, bro.
Because
Bro, you can see it.
the world we live in
Unfortunately,
now.
you're right.
It's probably gonna happen.
Unfortunately.
I was just about to say, Frankie, don't accept it because it's gonna happen. Him already saying that he's the backup title fight for Canada just
He's
puts it
talked
out
his
there.
way into it. He
Yeah,
just has.
you know he's in Dana's ear too. Can you imagine what those little, like, when he's in there begging, what he's in the war room talking to these men? It's just
He was doing it from the start. Like after his first fight, he
Yeah.
was giving it the whole like, I'm gonna be the next corner, but I'm gonna be bigger than him because I'm younger, I'm more athletic. You could see that was the first thing he said after his first win. And I was looking at this guy like, what are you talking about, bro?
yes.
You are insufferable, and you could see that side of him already.
I mean, how many finishes does he
Horrible
have? Just
cunt.
Daniel Rodriguez? Is that the only finish? I mean, I can't think of any other ones, boys.
Son Kanan, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he's had
Yeah.
impressive wins. Like he like the way he beat up. I know it's Magny, but absolutely beat the shit. out
Oh,
of him.
he beat the
Ian Gary
shit
is a
out of
good
Magny.
fighter. He's
Yeah.
very good. It's just he talks like he's going out there and flatlining people. And
Yeah.
Like when
Mhm.
Conor McGregor was talking like that, Frankie, we were all cool with it because he was sparking Jose
'cause he was
Aldo.
doing it.
He was beating
If
Eddie
Ian
Alvarez.
Gary, if Ian
like,
Gary was coming out there and saying, "Oh, I'm outclassing these guys," and I'm getting, you'd be like,
Yes.
"All right, yeah, cool." But he's
me
talking like
see.
he's some kind of murderer. You're not.
Like,
You're
bro, that
just
fight,
very
with, the
good.
fight with MVP was very fucking boring, and that was supposed to
Bro,
be.
he
thought
was
I
he was
thought
hanging on
MVP
for
won.
dear life to MVP.
Oh,
MVP was
MVP won.
touching him up on the feet, bro.
Yeah, I thought
Especially
MVP
that
beat
third
him as
round.
well.
Especially in that third round too, bro. And then the Shavkat fight,
Yeah.
I think people, I get it. The fact he didn't get finished is why maybe we respect him a little bit more for
No,
it.
and he finished the fight well as well. So his
Yeah, he
Yeah,
almost finished Shavkat.
His
Yeah,
stock
he held
went
his
up as a
own.
fighter. His
And
stock went up
Shavkat's
as
the
a fighter,
boogeyman.
but it's like, yeah, but it's just oh no, I don't like anything about this guy.
Dog, Frankie, I promise you're not the only one, brother. I feel like 80% of people are with us on this. I mean, it's insufferable, dog. And like what Cross was saying too, I think he should fight like a guy like Leon Edwards, dog. I think he should get like one more
But
name
I think
in there.
Leon Edwards now would be an easy fight for him. I hate to
True,
really Leon.
it
That's
would.
the problem. It's
Bro,
again,
it
it's
would.
giving him another easy-ish one. You're giving him Leon at the worst time of his career.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's like
Same
the
with
only guy in
Colby.
front of him he can fight when you think
That's
about it. Because he's at 6, JDM's 5, Usman's 4, Leon Edwards 3, Shavkat's 2, and Brady's 1.
I think though,
Yeah,
I
we're
think
not even talking
Brady is the one that makes the most sense because Brady got starched out got destroyed by Bilal, and he doesn't
Yeah.
have anything next. So if you're going to be talking about, you can't go on like Brady doesn't exist. That's the problem that I got with Gary.
That's a great
If they're
point.
going to do it, Shavkat deserves a title shot. Shavkat deserves a
Absolutely.
title shot.
Oh, 100%.
Getting him to fight Brady even seems fucked up because it's like he had a title fight. He fought
Yes.
Gary like on short notice.
Yes.
No, he doesn't have to go through enough. And people talking like, oh, he has to fight Sean Brady now. I think it's a bit. It should be Brady and Gary, and then they're next after Shavkat gets the winner of Bilal and JDM.
If
That's how
JDM
it
wins,
should be.
though, Islam's gonna get the winner. If JDM wins,
That's the problem.
Damn, Cross.
mm-hmm.
Oh
But-
my
but
God, I
if-
think you're
If
right.
rumors are to be believed, though, it's looking like I think they're waiting to see what happens with that because if
That's
Bilal
exactly what
wins-
they're doing.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Bilal wins,
Because
then
if
we-
JD,
then we get
right.
Islam and
if
Syria.
JDM wins, Islam
Yeah.
goes up to 170. If
Yeah.
Bilal wins, Islam fights Ilya in
Fights
international
Ilya.
fight league.
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn, Cross.
And then if so if Islam ends up fighting JDM, we then get Ilya versus Charles.
Oliveira. Yep.
Oh,
So they've got it all strung out for that.
boys, we just cracked the fucking code right now.
Yep. And then
I
Gaethje's
mean, it's
gonna
not,
be
it's
the
not,
odd
it's
guy
not
out.
that tough. It's yeah.
Gaethje is, yeah.
Gaethje doesn't deserve a title shot either, though.
True.
Whoa,
doesn't.
whoa.
You can't call Holloway, and you can't say Holloway was an exhibition fight. Gaethje should have got a title fight before he took Max Holloway.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Bro. I think
Start-
that was,
Dustin-
Dustin Poirier's
that's when you
title
get
fight
it.
was Gaethje's title fight.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Totally
I
snatched it
can't,
off
I
him.
can't get mad at that. But what about Armin then? What the fuck does he do?
He's got
Bro, he got to fight somebody.
He should be.
Oh, fight
Well,
Patty.
he should be fighting for the title, but the whole embarrassing thing, the way he embarrassed it,
Oh,
right here,
bro.
missing
cannot
weight.
pull
Right
out
here.
on the night of the fight.
Oh,
You
cross.
can't pull out on the night of the fight. Do him and Gaethje. Fuck it.
Hey, I like that too. Because honestly, at the end of the day, he fucked Beneil. Beneil didn't even get to fight that night.
Whoa, I got it, bro. Whoa. Let's run Gaethje Hooker back, bro. Make that happen, bro. Let's run that back,
makes a
man.
lot of
Take
sense. to
my
me.
money.
That makes
Run
a lot
that
of sense
back,
to me.
man.
Or
That's a
Armin
guaranteed
versus
bang on.
or Armin Dan Hooker, because they got a little bit of beef too. But Justin
Yeah.
Dan
you could
Hooker,
do that.
take my
Gaethje Hooker,
my
bro.
money.
Gaethje Hooker.
Take
That's the
my
one we
Because
need.
that's a guaranteed
the one
fight,
we
and they
need.
both don't deserve time. And the thing is with Hooker as well, I love Hooker, but like I thought he lost to Gamrot.
I
Yes.
thought he lost
I
that
know a
fight
lot
too.
I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I thought like he went from being like 14th ranked to getting a very questionable win and being right in the mix again. When I thought they kind of did Gamrot dirty on that one because they just don't. And Gamrot should have been in title contention as well. So it's like it's just UFC's more the more
And then
when you unravel it like this, it's just dirty, isn't it?
It's bad.
And then he got he got that close win over Jalen Turner as well, and that kind of just got the momentum rolling for Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
Well, Hooker
But
hasn't
I like
fought
the
in years.
Hooker and
Grimy.
Gaethje.
My bad. I was supposed to say Grimy. He hasn't fought in years either, just because he's always getting injured. It seems like. Like in
No, he
between-
says
he
I
said
haven't
he
fought
hasn't
a hooker in years.
A hooker in years. Let's get that Rosetta Stone subscription going immediately.
Macho, they
Hooked up,
haven't
bro.
fought. It's just it got announced, and then Hooker got hurt, so the fight got canceled. And I'm saying they should.
But the thing is, of Hooker, at least again with him and Gaethje, they might not be deserving of a title fight, but they're fun. It's going to be a scrap.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed to. Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of wanted to see Poirier versus Hooker too for
Same.
Poirier's retirement
Again,
fight.
I don't know why. Yeah, again, the Holloway fight will be fun. I'm not
happy
jazzed for
about
that.
it.
He's beat him twice
Yes.
already. What
Yep.
we doing?
Yes. And then if Max loses, then what? So now what? Like now he's just fucked.
And then
He
if
just got-
Poirier beats him, which he probably will, at least it will kill the BMF title, I guess.
That I
'Cause
mean,
he can win the BMF title and then just retire, and then we could be done with that ridiculous
done.
shit as well.
Dude, I think Hooker would have been a good point to cross because he might lose to Max, but he has a way better chance to beat Dan Hooker than he does Max. And we know with Dan Hooker and him, they got the previous fight we can always build up because the Apex fight was the greatest fight of all time. And then you have these boys 3 years later. Dan Hooker's tatted the fuck up now in Louisiana, 5-round absolute war to the death. Come on.
And to go back to an old point with Leon Edwards, can we not get Leon Edwards, Jorge Masvidal done now?
Oh my
That's the
god.
one we need to see.
Oh my god.
That's
Cross. What
Leon
the fuck?
Edwards is on the decline. The beef there is real.
Yes.
Masvidal's coming back. That's the perfect time to do it.
Bro, that is the perfect fight. They got the 3-piece in a soda
This
promo
matchmaking
built
thing
in.
isn't that hard when you
You know
actually
what I'm saying? You know
about
what
it.
I'm saying?
when you
Come
think
on.
about it. It's easy.
Hunter Campbell and these boys
No
getting
sweat.
paid millions to do what, boys? You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do at that point, just negotiate the pay. Let them know you're fighting or you're not fighting, mate. Let's get it going here, son.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, but I mean, what a card though overall though, boys. I'm seeing a lot of people saying it was
great.
card of the year. It's definitely the fight night card of the year. I think.
It's been a tough year for card. We've only had maybe
314 was a
cards.
banger.
314
was a
great.
banger.
Yeah. And the fight card, I think it had Mackenzie Dern on it. I can't remember what happened in that.
There was another fight night that was really good too.
I
Not
think
too
it was the
long ago.
Mackenzie Dern one. It was sensational.
Yes, because it was a bunch of no
Bangers
names
throughout. Just
Yeah.
it was just unexpected surprise. It was just
What was that card after
Thrill ride.
after the London card? There was that London card, and the card right after was fucking ridiculous.
as soon as you
Boys-
said London card, it's just that card.
That
Yeah,
London
the
card
London
was
card
bad.
disappointed. It disappointed.
That card was bad, bro. But I mean,
Cejudo.
yeah.
UFC
Seattle,
Seattle,
that
it
was
wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad
Oh,
card.
UFC Seattle was solid too. Song versus Henry, that was solid too. Yeah,
That's good.
man. Hey, I mean, good night, man. Good time to be a fan still. You know, not as good as it recently has been. These last couple years have been amazing.
But this
We're
is
getting
what I
a
was
bit of-
saying. It's like with the boxing card being as good as it was, the whole card was amazing.
Oh.
It feels like boxing's starting to really step things up now and getting back,
Mhm.
which is good for combat sports in
Yes.
general, I guess.
Hey, Eubanks
no, it was-
Eubanks pin was fucking insane, bro.
That was a war. It's one of the best boxing. It wasn't skill wise terrible, but it was
No.
just a war.
It was
there was
just
so much on
I
the line
want
for
to
that.
I want to beat the fuck out of you for real. Like
Yeah.
I said, pin. I mean,
You
pin.
felt the hatred. The hatred carried
Yes.
them to a great fight. It's
Yes,
unbelievable.
dog.
It was a fight. It wasn't a boxing match. It was a fight.
Straight
It was
up,
just
son.
glorious to watch.
What else was glorious was having you boys join me today, man. I appreciate y'all hopping on,
I've
dog.
loved every second of it. Yeah.
Man, I'm glad I was able to make it with you boys today, man.
Dog. I mean, for
Thanks,
real.
thanks for bullying me into this. I appreciate it.
Come on, Frankie. You know, I had to threaten you a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna send
Yeah,
some
little
threats. I'm gonna send some goons to his fucking
Because
door.
you've been nice for months, being like, and then when the threat came through, I was like, I better get on this now. He's ready to kill me now. This is bad.
I haven't been able
No,
to
but
get
I
crossover
appreciate
on
it.
too in a minute, dude. I've been doing these late cards and crossover. Who knows what this man dude? This man's a mysterious dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Crossover could be a homicide murderer for all we really know. Nobody
Bro,
truly knows.
I'm too tall for that. I can't. I stick out like
You
a
wouldn't
sore
get away
thumb,
with
bro.
it. Yeah, you wouldn't get away
Yeah,
with it.
like
Cross. I feel your pain, bro. It's hard out here. But boys.
Before we head off, can I give a quick because there's a
Oh,
guy
go ahead.
there's a UK guy that's I'm a big fan of here. He's a guy called Bodak. He's live at the moment. So if there's anyone here who hasn't checked him out, he does like contemporary general knowledge. He does MMA stuff as well, but he does like contemporary general knowledge and stuff. So if you want to check out a new he's got a very unique channel where it's all kind of very digital and he's got a great production value over there. He's a great character. So I'd encourage people. I'm going to send the link in the description now. If people could head over to this after we shut down here and give this guy some love and give him a bit of a raid, I'd really appreciate that.
Is he live right now?
Unbelievable. He's live right now. Bodak.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, say
Yeah.
less,
As soon as you hop in, you'll see he's great character. Just like
I hear you always talking about him during the stream.
He's somebody who only started really getting serious about it in the last couple. And you know how we do on my channel. Crossover's the same. You know, when you get new guys in, and you're the same as well. Like when you get new people in the game that are worth their weight, you give them a little bit of promotion, send people their way. So that's somebody I would definitely recommend checking out.
I tell you what, bro. I didn't see my bad. I take you off the Bodak. Shout out Bodak. I saw 5 different things about Cross today. I didn't know you had this guy on the show. I saw Akeem Talib earlier, and I was like,
bro, it's literally like a new name every stream, bro. Every stream,
bro. Snoop Dogg with
the Snoop one's been following you for a little while though.
It has.
That's been there from the beginning.
And Frozone. I get Snoop and Frozone a lot. Like
Frozo is cold, man.
Yeah. Someone said Ocho Cinco earlier. I saw Ocho Cinco.
Yep, I saw that too.
Yep. It must be weird looking like 3 vastly different looking people. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, you know all black guys look alike, man. You know we all look alike.
Apparently, I guess, I'm glad you said it, like, you know.
Because I get used to it after a while, bro. You're right. It's hard out here. It's hard out here, brother. But bro, I'm telling you though, Cross, we really don't know truly what you're doing outside of these podcasts. So who knows who Crossover really is, bro.
Bro, I'm about to get off with you boys and go to the gym, man. Get my workout on, dog.
Yeah, see, I need that inspiration from Crossover there, dog. Come on, man. Let me see the pythons, man. Let me see the pythons before we get out of here.
Can't slack off, brother. Can't slack off, brother.
Let's go.
Get it going, man.
We just gained 12 new subs right there, Cross. I appreciate that, dog. Let's fucking go. Talk about me getting the OnlyFans, Cross. You ain't gonna make some money, son. Boys, always appreciate you people. If you're not already, like, subscribe, hit the like for the stream. Wherever you're watching the show, hit a thumbs up button. It takes you 3 fucking seconds. We didn't even ask y'all all show. You know what I'm saying? Help the boys out. Like and subscribe to these fucking legends over here. I have no idea why these boys joined me, but I'm grateful they fucking do. Huge shout to Crossovers MMA. Fight Night Frankie. We're going to always make it happen, son. That boy's from across the pond. People, y'all are the best. We appreciate you more than you know. We got some more fights coming up this weekend. Stay tuned. We're fucking out of here. Shout out the boys, man.
Peace.